on the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield. This is Hawkeye Women's Basketball, brought to you by Bud Light. It's for the fans. Hy-Vee, the official grocer partner of Iowa Hawkeyes basketball. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. The Iowa Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, who reminds you to click it or ticket, day or night. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. U.S. Bank, life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank, member FDIC. And by Authentic Brand. Look authentic, feel authentic, be authentic. Get your game day gear online at authentic-brand.com. Now to courtside. This is the NCAA tournament. Here's Rob Brooks and Jamie Lang.
And welcome to round 2 of the NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament from Carver Hawkeye Arena on this Sunday afternoon. It is the Iowa Hawkeyes at 24-7, winners of 8 in a row against the Creighton Blue Jays at 21-9. For the Hawkeyes, they took care of business on Friday against Illinois State at 98-58, using a terrific third quarter in which Iowa outscored the Redbirds 31-18 and then 24-11 in the fourth, en route to that record-setting performance in NCAA tournament play. The 98 points, the most Iowa has ever scored in an NCAA tournament game. The previous high of 89 against Oregon back in 2001. For the Creighton Blue Jays, they took care of the Colorado Buffaloes 84-74 in the first game of the doubleheader last Friday inside the arena, and an impressive performance as it was a back and forth game, and Creighton was able to prevail by 10, putting 4 players in double figures, and leading the way was Morgan Molly off the bench, where she had 20 points in 25 minutes. Also, Lauren Jensen, a former Hawkeye who played her freshman campaign here, had 16 points and 3 rebounds in 34 minutes of action. And then also Molly Moggensen had 16 points off the bench. So the Blue Jays come in certainly a team that feels like they can win in a terrific atmosphere. And this is the second time that these two teams have played in an NCAA tournament game. You go back to 2018 in Los Angeles, California. Creighton defeated the Hawkeyes 76-70 before falling to the host school UCLA, number 9 in the country at that time, 86-64. So on the line today, another trip to Greensboro, North Carolina, hopefully for the Iowa Hawkeyes. The last time Iowa made it to the Elite 8 was at the Greensboro Coliseum. So that is at stake today. Iowa and the Creighton Blue Jays, two teams very familiar with one another. You've probably heard Coach Bluter talk the last couple of days that these two teams scrimmage every single year. They play a lot alike, certainly like to get up and down, shoot the three well, try to value the basketball, and two coaching staffs that know each other as well. So it should be a great afternoon of basketball as the Sweet 16 on the line for the number 2 seed Iowa Hawkeyes and the 10th seeded Creighton Blue Jays. We'll get the pregame comments from head coach Lisa Bluter and also Jamie's keys to a Hawkeye victory, all leading up to a just after 12 o'clock noon tip inside a sold out, gold out Carver Hawkeye Arena. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Iowa, we grow corn, a lot of corn. We love seeing our farmers in the fields, and although they're perfect strangers, we know them. We know them by their equipment covered in dust. We know them by their work ethic, where days off don't exist. We know them by the way they wave passing strangers alike on a 2-lane road. We know them in the midst of our kitchen as we prepare another family meal. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. The Iowa corn farmers are proud to be on the sidelines for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Not all internet is created equal. It's a lot like choosing a quarterback. Technically, you could sign up any new rookie provider on the block, but the success of every device in your home depends on it. Will they perform in the clutch, or will they buffer under pressure? Extreme provides the speed you need with a 100% gigabit technology network and amplified Wi-Fi. And unlike signing a quarterback, Extreme Internet requires no contracts. There's only one pick to lead your team. It's Extreme, powered by Mediacom.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go is mealtime made easy. Just order delicious meals online for convenient curbside pickup or have it delivered. Want breakfast? Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go. Need lunch? Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go. Doing dinner? Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go. Get pancakes, burgers, fried chicken, lasagna, High-Chai Asian dishes, sushi, pizza, and more. If you're craving it, Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go has it with curbside pickup or delivery. Order today at Hy-Vee.com/mealtime.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem. Well, this sold-out Carver Hawkeye Arena crowd is certainly ready to go. The Hawkeyes and Creighton. It's now time for the Hy-Vee Shoot-Around with Coach Bluter, brought to you by Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Score big savings at HyVeeDeals.com. Jamie has Coach Bluter in the Iowa locker room.
Thanks, Rob, and I'm here in the locker room alongside Coach Bluter as they get prepared for the second-round NCAA game against Creighton. Coach Bluter, just first off, have you had any time to breathe in the past few days?
Yeah, I mean, we have. We had a great team dinner at Joseph's last night. That was lots of fun and just an opportunity to be together again. You know, we get to kick the whole thing off today. We'll be the first teams that are playing today, and it's pretty exciting that we'll be the first opportunity teams to go to the Sweet 16.
All right, so now we can actually look at this Creighton team. You talked a little bit about the fact that they're a team that you do know, you practice and you scrimmage against them. How do you think that helps you setting you up for this game?
I do think it helps you because Creighton plays such a unique style. So our players were bought in and understanding in our one practice day that they had to really lock in on those screens because they have such unusual screen action. They play 5 guards, it's small ball, no true post. I think having that knowledge of knowing that really does help.
So on the defensive side, going against 5 posts, there's obviously going to be a little bit there. What will be some of the focuses there to make sure that you can defend them? Yeah, for us, you know, 3-point defense is huge. They shoot 37% from 3-point range. So that is a very good number. We have to get out and protect the 3-point line. But this is what happens. If you spread it out too much, they will curl, they'll make slips, and they'll get wide open layups. And wide open layups are the best shot in basketball. So really, I mean, I just talked to our team. It's defense that's going to win this game. Being locked in on screens, really communicating, being in proper position. And stepping real back to this, I mean, it's sold out for the 3rd game in a row here at Carver Hawkeye. How will that benefit you guys today? Well, anytime you're playing in front of a sold-out crowd, it just gives you extra energy, extra enthusiasm, and it obviously intimidates the other team a little bit. So it's going to be a great crowd. Our Hawk fans are the best fans in the United States of America, and we are so thankful for them. All right. Thanks, Coach. And when we come back, we're going to talk about what you're going to be looking for on the offensive side of the ball. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Get your ice cold Bud Light, Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now, hip. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beer, beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Check out Bumps Restaurant, located on Melrose Avenue in Iowa City, inside the new Nagel Family Clubhouse at Finkbine Golf Course. We use fresh whole ingredients and scratch cooking in all of our dishes. Come enjoy a blackberry avocado salad, our famous pork tenderloin, or maybe our signature Kinnick burger with a side of our fresh hand-cut french fries. And don't forget to try our legendary Mary and handcrafted cocktails. Reservations are encouraged. Make yours today by calling 319-335-9662. Bumps Restaurant, legendary man, legendary food.
Keep yourself and your loved ones healthy by getting your free COVID-19 vaccine. Plus, when you get a COVID-19 vaccine at your Hy-Vee pharmacy between February 1st and April 30th, you can get a 50-cent Hy-Vee Fuel Saver reward. Talk about savings. Schedule your COVID-19 vaccination appointment today at hyvee.com/COVID vaccine. Some restrictions apply. See pharmacy for more details.
And I'm here with Coach Bluter. Again, we're going to chat about this offensive side now today. So you already said this is a pretty guard-oriented team against Creighton. So what are going to be some of those focus areas for the offensive side?
Yeah, we need to get the ball inside, obviously. We know that they're going to bring a double. So it's making them pay for the double. It's making them, take advantage of that so they can't do it. So they have to go to plan B. Plan B might be a front, and then it's executing good passes. So, we need to get the ball inside just because we do have the height advantage and we have the skill advantage inside. But another area we feel like we can really beat them on is pushing in transition and then drives. We feel like they don't handle drives very well, and so taking it to the hole and getting them in foul trouble will be huge.
Who do you look to be maybe those additional players? Caitlin and Monica have established themselves as consistent players. Who are you looking to today?
Well, I think, McKenna, Gabby, and Kate all had really good games as starters for us. Now, this is a team that may choose to not really guard Kate that hard. And so I don't need her taking that first open three, but maybe work the ball, and get the second open three. So I don't mind that. But I think Tommy has been playing really good off the bench for us. So I'm excited about Tommy. And I also think that Addie's really providing us some great opportunities inside as well.
All right. Thanks, Coach. And anything for these fans to look for today?
Just let's hope we get a Hawkeye victory.
All right. Thank you. And we're looking forward to this game.
Jamie, thank you very much. And we are moments away from starting lineups, Iowa and Creighton, the second round of the NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament from Iowa City. This is Hawkeye Women's Basketball from Learfield.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now, hip. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beer, beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
During the month of March, everyone seems to be Irish. Unfortunately, no one's luck is immune to the consequences of drunk driving. For too many Americans, St. Patrick's Day has ended in tragedy due to drunk drivers getting behind the wheel. You can't rely on a four-leaf clover to keep you safe. You have to make your own luck. Designate a sober driver. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Safety, the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, and your local law enforcement.
It's a new season. Get ready for more men's and women's college sports excellence. Trophies will be awarded in June to schools who take the top spot in the 2021-22 Learfield Directors Cup. The premier award recognizes one winning institution in all competitive divisions. Follow your favorite team's progress as seasonal standings are announced at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at directorscup.org. The crowning achievement in college athletics.
The Iowa Hawkeyes, winners of 8 in a row, 24-7. The Creighton Blue Jays under Jim Flannery, also in his 20th year at 21-9. For the Blue Jays, they have won 5 of their last 2. And of course, in the first round of the NCAA tournament, defeated Colorado 84-74. Of course, the Creighton Blue Jays, a former Missouri Valley Conference school, now in the Big East, but did play at Drake back in November and lost to the Bulldogs 82-79. Also played Northern Iowa and defeated the Panthers in Omaha 79-72. And then when you play in the Big East, you obviously have 2 games against Connecticut, and UConn won both of those games 66-55 and 76-56. Jamie will be along with her keys to a Hawkeye victory, but first, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye Women's Basketball. Starting lineups just about ready to be introduced. The Hawkeyes, of course, will be in the gold uniforms, the script black Iowa across the front, and black numerals. Creighton in the blue road uniforms. Well, Jamie, here we go. Everybody on their feet. A gold out at sold-out Carver Hawkeye Arena. 3rd straight sellout, and it's been a hot ticket, and once again a lot of fans waiting to get into the arena 90 minutes before the game. I ran into some tailgaters at all the lots. Iowa baseball team across the street plays Texas Tech at 1 o'clock, so this is the place to be, and we're happy to be here.
I mean, if you're not around here, then, well, you're listening to us, which is also fine, because it is a great atmosphere, but more so this is going to be a great game. I do think that Iowa is up to the challenge. I think Iowa, they've been practicing for this the entire year. They went through their ups and downs, and they figured out a way to end up on top. There's a lot of people who in December were looking at Iowa and thinking, what? Why were they ever ranked number 8 in the nation? But this is why, because they are a great team, and you got to hope today that they can bring it and put it all together so everyone can see it on national television.
Well, what do the Hawks have to do? Obviously, this is a team in Creighton that can score points, like to get up and down, as Coach Bluter mentioned, 5 guards, so they don't really have a lot of players that sit on the block like Monica Sonato, who was a perfect 6 out of 6 from the floor and 6 of 6 from the free throw line against Illinois State.
Right, and the only complaint there is she didn't get the ball enough, right? So I think, as Coach Bluter said, but I will always say, I think number one thing, get the ball inside to Monica Sonato today, or Addie O'Grady, or whoever's down on the post. If it's McKenna Warnock, she's equal size today, right? She's 6'1", she can post up and be same size. That's going to be one of them. The second one is to really control the ball, okay? I think control the ball, control the speed of the game. When Iowa does that, they're a whole different team, okay? When they're playing their own speed, they're just amazing. And then the third one is going to be on the defensive end, and that's literally going to be talking. Whenever you're dealing with a team that sets a lot of screens and they have that type of offense happening, then you need to make sure you're talking on the screens, because that's how you get it to help side. That's how you don't get labeled by screens, and that's how you know what's going on. So talking on the defensive side.
Starters being introduced for Jim Flannery's team. A 5'9" senior, Tatum Rembo, averaging 7.1. Lauren Jensen, who signed with Iowa, played here her freshman year, transferred to Creighton out of Lakeville, Minnesota. 5'10" sophomore, averaging 12.4, and has been playing good basketball as of late. Carly Batchelor, a 6-foot junior, averaging 8.1. Emma Ronsick, a 6'1" sophomore, coming off of 10 points against Colorado, and also was first team All Big East. Peyton Brodsky, averaging 14.8, and also 5 rebounds a contest. For the Hawkeyes, the regular starting 5, Kate Martin, who had 5 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists against Illinois State. McKenna Warnock, averaging 11.2 and 6.5 rebounds. Monica Sonano in the middle, 21 points and 6.2. First team All Big Ten, honorable mention All-American. Caitlin Clark, nation's leading scorer at 27.4, coming off of her 16th double-double of the season, 27 points and 10 assists against Illinois State. And Gabby Marshall, who shot the ball very well against the Redbirds, had 13 points on 3 out of 6 from three-point range. Hawkeyes averaging 84.7 points a game, giving up 70.4. The Blue Jays averaging 75.1, giving up 63.8. Both of these teams shoot the ball pretty well. On the season for the Blue Jays at 46%, 37% from three-point range. And the Hawkeyes at 50.7% and 35.5% from behind the arc. And of course, Iowa, these games always figure in free throw shooting wise. Just terrific in the first round, 20 of 21. That was their best free throw shooting percentage in any NCAA tournament game. So Emma Ronsick, 6'1", will jump center with Monica Sonano. The ball is in the air. Sonano wins the tap, and the Hawks start with the basketball right to left in front of us. Here's Clark down the left side of the lane. Floater is up, rims around, no good, and the rebound down to Carly Batchelor.
But a great first take, to be quite honest. The lane was wide open. Take it in.
Did everything except go in the basket. Man-to-man defense for the Hawkeyes. Will probably see some 2-3 zone. That was so effective against Illinois State. Though this is a team that shoots a lot of threes, so you got to make sure you get out and defend. Here's Rembo, gets it back out to Batchelor for 3. No good. Offensive rebound and putback is good by Ronsick.
This team is definitely different than Big Ten teams. They don't have that height.
And Sonano goes to work in the paint, and the left-handed layup is up and good.
And Sonano's taking advantage of that. That's what she needs to do all day long.
We are tied at 2, and now another layup for Emma Ronsick, who got free underneath and laid it up and in. And the counter with McKenna Warnock getting the ball to Monica Sonano, beat everybody down the floor, and Sonano has 4. We're tied at 4. Creighton with the basketball. They'll go 5 out. They get the ball inside to Batchelor. Her shot is up and good as she slashed to the basket. That's her first basket. And Clark for 3. Pushes it from the left wing.
The left wing right on the mediacom side. I mean, she was, 10 feet behind the line on that.
And thought there was some contact there. Here's Brodsky for 3, right wing, no. Ball batted around, another offensive rebound for Creighton. Brodsky will fire again and bury this one from the right wing.
And Creighton's a three-point shooting team. Coach Bluter talked about it. That's what they're going for. They're a guard-oriented team. They're going to be looking for those outside shots.
Well, they've shot 1,828 of them. Clark gets the ball inside. Sinano, right-handed flip is up and good. And Sinano starts for 3 for 3.
Well, you can tell Iowa is looking inside, and Creighton's not digging in enough, and Iowa needs to capitalize on that.
We're tied at 9, just underway, first quarter. Blue Jays with a basketball. Here's a hard drive, the floater in the paint by Jensen, no good. She tried to get her own rebound and tapped it to Gabby Marshall.
There's going to be some tension right there with Jensen against Iowa.
Former Hawkeye, of course. Warnock gets it inside to Sinano. Outside of the paint, turnaround jumper, got it. Hit that from 6 feet. And a stoppage of play right now as the officials are conferring in the backcourt.
Well, and I think what's happening is 33 is trying to body up on Clark because that's the game plan of a lot of teams.
Which we've seen get really physical with her.
People are trying to body up on Clark.
So an off-the-ball foul will be called on Lauren Jensen.
It's going to be on 33.
Okay, so Brodsky actually will pick it up.
Number 33,
Yep. So Brodsky is going and trying to body up Clark. And the good news is I think Clark wants to try to make sure and draw attention to it right away. Otherwise, it will happen the whole game against her. It is a game. I mean, it's a good game plan for it to go against her because it does tire her out that way.
Rembow gets it to Batchelor, top of the key. Rembow behind the arc, in between the circles, feeds left side. Here's a three-pointer, and that's a swish by Brodsky. She's 2 for 2 from three-point range. And it's 12-11 in favor of the Blue Jays. 6:39 left to go in the first. Sinano with the ball outside of the paint, whips the ball right side. Martin, she spins in the paint, goes up strong, and just a little bit strong off the window. And the Blue Jays come down with the basketball. Rembow. Now to Ronsick. Creighton passing the ball around the outer arc. Here's Brodsky. Gets a pass inside, and it's fumbled by Batchelor along the baseline and goes out of bounds over to Iowa.
So, I mean, Iowa should be quite used to this. It looks very similar to their offense. It's a motion. There's a lot of cuts. Yep, read and react style. They're cutting through. There's a lot of passing and movement. It makes it hard to defend, but Iowa does it in practice all the time when they're defending themselves in scrimmage.
Hawks down by 1. Clark walks the ball across the timeline, angles left side. A couple of Blue Jays come out on her. Now bounce pass inside to Sinano. Shot is up and good.
Even with a little bit of touch on the ball, she still had that finish.
Little turnaround jumper in the paint. And a three-pointer by Brodsky is no good. Rebound hauled down by Molly just into the game, but then taken away by McKenna Warnock. Drops it off for Kate Martin. Here's Clark, deep three, left wing, rimming no. And the rebound taken down by Molly. Molly had 20 points in 25 minutes against Colorado. Creighton quickly down the court. Hawks by 1, 13-12. 5:28 left to go in the first. Here's dribble drive penetration, and the drop-off is intercepted, but then Brodsky able to find it and gets a shot up. And she was pushed by Kate Martin, who will pick up her first.
Kate Martin was on the ground going for the ball and probably bodied her because she was on the ground.
So Peyton Brodsky loves transition threes, and we have seen that today. She will get a couple of free throws. The first one rattles in. Brodsky with 7. Second one, got it. Addie O'Grady comes in, Tomi Taiwo as well. Martin sits down, as does Sinano, who is 5 for 5, so you couple that with 6 out of 6 on Friday. That's 11 of her last 11 in the NCAA tournament. Perfect. Here's Clark. Left to the top of the key, fires a fadeaway jumper and drills it from 18.
Gotta love when she gets that little bit of an inch right now. She has that mentality that she wants to shoot it because she must be feeling pretty good, and she looks pretty good.
And here's a three-pointer that is good by the left-hander Morgan Molly. Sixth player of the year in the Big East Conference. Blue Jays go up by 2, 17-15. Both teams shooting exceptionally well. Inside, O'Grady turnaround baseline shot is no good. Rebound hauled down by Morgan Molly. Molly, a 6'1" sophomore, gets it ahead to Mogensen, backup point guard. Holds the ball above her head. Now gets it to Rachel Saunders, Iowa City West product. Both teams go to the bench early. Jumper is no good from the right wing by Ronsick, but another offensive rebound for the Blue Jays.
And Iowa's in this 2-3 zone right now, so they're trying to adjust. Creighton's trying to look for more cuts, but it's not as easy against the zone.
Saunders drops a pass in the paint and is stolen away by Taiwo. Trying to get it inside to Molly. Taiwo drives in, contact, and
no
as
foul.
Taiwo hits the deck.
Or are they calling a foul? They're not calling a foul. Wow. Great take by Tomi Taiwo.
Went up strong, but no foul is called. And Coach Bluter letting that coaching staff know as a 30-second timeout is taken.
So Tomi Taiwo, great take though. I think she had a nice read, went on against one-on-one. Good take by her.
So with 4:01 left to go, we will have our first timeout. Well, what a start to this game. Iowa shooting 58.3% and the Blue Jays 54.5. So 4:01 left to go in the first. Creighton by 2, 17-15. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Today's broadcast of the NCAA tournament on the Hawkeye Radio Network is brought to you by U.S. Cellular, the official wireless provider of the Iowa Hawkeyes. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless with a nationwide network built from your town up.
During the month of March, everyone seems to be Irish. Unfortunately, no one's luck is immune to the consequences of drunk driving. For too many Americans, St. Patrick's Day has ended in tragedy due to drunk drivers getting behind the wheel. You can't rely on a four-leaf clover to keep you safe. You have to make your own luck. Designate a sober driver. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Safety, the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, and your local law enforcement.
Oh, you know that old injury of yours, the one in your knee or maybe back? Instead of going to the doctor and then doing physical therapy, why not start with therapy first? Athletico Physical Therapy is changing the whole healing process around. Their physical therapists will find the source of your pain and help fix it. Start with them and start living pain-free. Just like that.
It all starts with Athletico Physical Therapy. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com. No prescription needed. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Facing a criminal charge or complicated family law situation? Carr Law Firm has the trial experts you need. As experienced trial attorneys, we understand how much is on the line. Go to carlawiowa.com for a free consultation. That's Carr with 2 R's, lawiowa.com.
From Learfield, this is the NCAA Tournament.
Carver Hawkeye Arena 17-15 in favor of the Blue Jays. This broadcast of the NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Championship is authorized under the broadcast rights granted by the NCAA through Westwood One. It is intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the NCAA and Westwood One is strictly prohibited. Well, 9-1 in the rebounding category.
Yep, gotta get more
in favor of Creighton. So the Blue Jays will have the ball after it was touched last by Taiwo, where there was contact underneath, it appeared.
But no foul was called, and then the ball ultimately came. She was out of bounds, and the ball fell on her, so they called it out of bounds off of Taiwo. Taiwo looks like she might have They had a little opening on her chin from the fall, and they had to glue it, I think.
Blue Jays basketball. Rachel Saunders hands it off. And a whistle. And that's going to be a turnover against the Blue Jays. It'll be Iowa basketball.
Just stepped on that out of bounds line.
So Taiwo did get a little repair on that chin, and she is back in the game for McKenna Warnock. Hawks down 2, 3:44. First quarter. Clark with the basketball. Saunders comes out on her, whips a pass to the right side. Here's Martin, top of the key. Taiwo has been shooting the ball very well. Now Gabby Marshall, free throw line extended left. Hawks look inside. Sonano post. Whips it out to Kate Martin for 3. A little bit strong off the back of the iron, and Saunders with the rebound. Hawks retreat defensively. Here's Lauren Jensen. Along the baseline, kicks it out to Saunders. Reverses the ball to Molly. Now to Jensen, she'll fire for 3, rimming no. Missed that one from the left wing, and the ball taken down by Caitlin Clark. Clark at the free throw line, spins, she's triple teamed. Gets it to Taiwo on the right wing. Outside of the arc, Tomey now to Kate Martin. Reverses the ball to Gabby Marshall. Marshall tries to make a move on Mogensen. Kicks it right side to Martin. Her jumper is no good from the right wing. That was a long 2. Hawks down 2, Creighton with the ball. Molly gets it to Jensen. Molly, free throw line extended left. Hawks in that 2-3 zone, which is so effective against Illinois State. Three-pointer is no good by Molly. Rebound, Sonano. Pushes the ball to Caitlin Clark. In between the circles, Clark keeps that right-handed dribble going. Now angles left side and whips a pass inside. Sonano, layup off the window. 2 more for Monica Sonano.
So well played. Everyone was focused on Clark right there, and she just saw, and Sonano did a good job of sneaking behind for that open pass.
Saunders for 3, not a real good three-point shooter. Missed this one from the right side. We're tied at 17, approaching 2 left to go in the first. Here's Clark, top of the key. Whips it inside. Sonano has this left-handed shot blocked, however, by Ronsick. But the good news is it's wide open underneath. Here's Molly for 3, no. Long rebound taken down by Gabby Marshall. Marshall stops in between the circles, now to Kate Martin. Here's Clark. Rachel Saunders, Iowa City West product, out on her. Tries to drive, and a blocking foul will be called on Rachel Saunders, the 5'9" senior.
The foul is on number 13, Rachel Saunders.
Warnock and O'Grady back. Mallory Brake, averaging 2.8, comes in for the Blue Jays. Creighton goes about 8 deep, with Mallory Brake being that 9th player. We're tied at 17. Here's Clark all the way to the rim, contact and no foul.
Oh my God.
Knocked to the ground again. Creighton though.
The worst foul.
Here's Jensen for 3, rimming no. Warnock goes after the rebound, but it's dug up by Batchelor. Creighton gets another opportunity. Jensen will fire again and swish this one from the top of the key. That's a 3-pointer. First basket for Lauren Jensen. 2017 in favor of Creighton. Feuerbach into the game. Now to Warnock. Top of the key. Fakes a pass and now will drive down the right side of the lane and a reach. Let's see if they get Rembow.
Well,
Rembow picks up her first.
It's a little rough right there. There's a lot of hands happening from Creighton. They're trying to body up Iowa, which Iowa is a tough team, but a lot of bodies happening.
Well,
a lot of body.
If that's the way it's going to be, then you're going to have to play physical basketball the rest of the way. Hawks get it in. Here's Clark on the right wing. Hits it inside to O'Grady. She turns, takes a couple of dribbles, floats a left-hander up that is short. Kind of forced that one. Rebound taken down by Batchelor.
You know, O'Grady should just turn and shoot it over them. She has to remember she has 4 inches on them.
2017 Creighton with 30 seconds left to go in the first. 16 to shoot. Hawks will get another possession. Brodsky, top of the key. Feeds it left side to Jensen. In the corner, break. Hawks in a 2-3 zone. Here's Brodsky, tries to make a move in the paint, and a foul is called on Caitlin Clark. That's her first.
Horrible call.
It'll be ball possession for the Blue Jays. Lob pass out to Brodsky for three off the left side of the iron. Fight for the rebound, and Brodsky gets in there, kicks it out to Lauren Jensen, who swishes the three-pointer from the right wing.
They have 4 seconds.
Here's Clark, top of the key, drives in, and didn't get the shot up in time, and that'll end the first quarter. So Lauren Jensen, former Hawkeye, hit a couple of big three-pointers. Coach Bluter out near midcourt trying to signal that she wants to have a conversation with the officials. Well, that's not going to happen. And we've played 10 minutes of basketball. The Blue Jays 23, Iowa 17. We'll be back courtside Carver Hawkeye Arena after the break. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
At MidAmerican Energy, we harvest the wind to provide you with clean, affordable energy. But did you know our commitment to wind energy also creates jobs and generates millions in local revenue? That's money your community can use to fix roads, support first responders, and improve schools. MidAmerican Energy's commitment to renewable energy delivers positive results for our state. And it's one more way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer. IRC Beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
Check out Bump's Restaurant, located on Melrose Avenue in Iowa City, inside the new Nagel Family Clubhouse at Finkbine Golf Course. We use fresh whole ingredients and scratch cooking in all of our dishes. Come enjoy a blackberry avocado salad, our famous pork tenderloin, or maybe our signature Kinnick burger with a side of our fresh hand-cut french fries. And don't forget to try our legendary Mary and handcrafted cocktails. Reservations are encouraged. Make yours today by calling 319-335-9662. Bump's Restaurant, legendary man, legendary food.
We have played one from Carver Hawkeye Arena. It is the Blue Jays 23, the Hawkeyes 17. Today's broadcast of the NCAA tournament, right here on the Hawkeye Radio Network, is brought to you by U.S. Cellular, the official wireless provider of the Iowa Hawkeyes. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless with a nationwide network built from your hometown. And rebounding is certainly an issue right now, Jamie. The Hawkeyes getting out rebounded 17-5, 11 second chance points for the Blue Jays. That's got to change. Can't let that continue.
Right, and it's hard because they are shooting a lot of three-pointers. It's hard to box out when you're in a zone. There's all these excuses we can make for them, but ultimately what Iowa has to make sure and do right now is get a body on someone. Really, that's it. Get a body on someone, and then get that box out going. And then you just go and try to rebound it. It's almost like you're doing an offensive rebound. You just attack and you just got to fight and try to get those opportunities. Because 11 second chance points, I mean, that's Iowa has the lead. Even if they cut half of those, they're going to be tied. So I think set the tone. Come back out here, be above the refs. The reffing so far isn't good. Doesn't mean the refs will continue. Maybe they'll do better this quarter. So you just got to come out and play your game.
Yep, can't worry about that. Just got to keep playing. And the Blue Jays 5 out of 15 from three-point range. 23-17 in favor of the Blue Jays with the basketball. Rembau, top of the key, Brodsky. Now at the free throw line, dribbles it back out. Lauren Jensen fires a three-pointer in and out from the left wing. And Warnock with the rebound.
There it is, Warnock.
And a hold will be called on Rembau. That's her second.
And she got that, the reason she got the foul called there is she did a good job of making body contact, taking the position, and that's the only way you get an over the back call. It's a reach. You have to make sure that you gain that position to get that call.
Mogensen back in for the Blue Jays, backup point guard. Inside, Sonano goes up off the window and gets it to go. Crawled in the left side of the iron.
She convinced that ball to go in the hoop there.
23-19. Hawks down. Blue Jays with the ball. Here's Jensen, right wing. Probes the middle. Now kicks it into the corner. Here's Molly Brake. 12 to shoot. 1 minute into the second quarter. Jensen turns the corner. Stops from 15 and drills it. Lauren Jensen with 8. 25-19, Blue Jays by 6. Clark feeds it to Gabby Marshall on the left wing. Now in between the circles, Warnock being defended by Batchelor. Now here's Kate Martin for 3. No good, off the back of the iron. Long rebound though, hauled down by Warnock. And there is a hold called on the Blue Jays. Mogensen against Caitlin Clark. Kaiwo comes in for Kate Martin, who's had some open looks.
And if you want her to keep shooting, because if they start falling for her, she'll keep going, right? It'll get the team going. But you also have people you can look to. You have Taiwo, you have Marshall, who both had really great games 2 days ago.
Hatomi against the Redbirds had 13. Hawks with the basketball. Here's Sonano at the free throw line. Turnaround shot is up and no good. A little bit strong. Rebound taken down by Ronsick of Creighton. Here's Brodsky. Takes a couple of dribbles. Feeds left side to Mogensen. Mogensen, not much of a three-point shooter. Hawks in that zone. Three-point shot is up and good by Morgan Molly deep in the corner. That's her second made three-pointer. Had 20 and 8 rebounds in 25 minutes against Colorado in the first round. Inside, Sonano goes up on the right block, and a foul is whistled against Ronsick. 28-19 in favor of Creighton. 7:54 left to go in the second, and Sonano will shoot 2.
This is Iowa's first trip to the free throw line.
First one in the air, no good, off the right side of the iron. Need to recycle old working refrigerators and deep freezers? Visit MidAmericanEnergy.com for details, plus energy saving tips. Second one good for Sonano. She has 15 already.
And Creighton has cooled down on hitting their shots right now, so Iowa needs to pay it, be aggressive, especially in the offensive end.
In that 2-3 zone defense, here's Jensen. Tried to get a pass inside. The ball taken away by Gabby Marshall. And touched last by Creighton. And it will be Iowa basketball in the backcourt. Another defensive gem from Gabby Marshall.
Well, she just has those hands up. She's doing a good job of trying to mirror the ball. She is that textbook person who's mirroring the ball, trying to get those touches.
Here's Warnock in between the circles. Here's Clark coming off a screen for 3. Yes. Count it from the top of the key.
And beautiful play. You almost want to give an assist to Monica Sonano on a nice screen. But I mean, just a nice finish for Clark.
28-23, Caitlin with 8. Hawks are down. Three-pointer in the air is good by Ronsick. She has 7. That's her first three-pointer. Clark, left wing, weaves her way into the paint, slips a pass inside to Sonano, and it was taken away by Creighton, but then fumbled out of bounds by the Blue Jays. It'll be Iowa basketball, and that's where Clark, just weaved her way into the paint, and boy, did she find a lot of blue jerseys.
She did. She went kind of to the wrong spot on that one. I think she thought she would bob and weave through. Luckily, Monica Sonano did keep with the play to keep that alive, and then it ultimately went off of Creighton.
So Iowa basketball. Hawks are down 31-23. The Blue Jays 7 out of 18 from three-point range.
That's about their average right there. So Iowa just has to keep riding this. I do think as Iowa continues to go, they're going to see like Creighton is not used to this fast break. They're not as into the fast play.
Taiwo looks, finally gets it in, but then a 5-second violation is called, and you can tell it was getting close to that.
Yeah.
Blue Jays basketball, Creighton up 31-23.
Iowa's in player right now.
Into the paint, Mogensen, turnaround jumper is good from 6 feet. That's her first basket. 6 players have already scored for Creighton. Warnock all the way to the rim, layup up and no good. Good take, just couldn't finish. Mogensen the rebound. She drives down the left side of the paint, shot is up and no good. And a foul will be called on Tomi Taiwo. That'll be 2 free throws for Molly Mogensen. Taiwo's first. 33-23 in favor of the Blue Jays.
This is just a wave where Iowa has to figure out, okay, Creighton's going their 4 of their last 4 field goals. We need to make them take bad shots, right? You don't want them to take the shots they want to take.
First free throw in and out for Mogensen. 5'7" sophomore. Warnock and Sonato, the inside portion of the lane. Shot short, Sonato the rebound. 6:20 left to go. Second quarter, 33-23. Blue Jays by 10. Shooting 50%. Clark all the way to the rim. Shot is blocked by Saunders, goes out of bounds and off of Caitlin Clark. It'll be Blue Jays basketball. (33-23).
Iowa back in their player.
Under 6, second quarter. Blue Jays with the ball. Here's Jensen. Pulls up from 18, short. Rebound into the hands of Gabby Marshall. Marshall across the timeline. Warnock right side will fire a 3. No good up the left side of the rim. Rebound taken down by Molly. Hawks just 2 out of 8 from deep. Saunders drives the paint off the window, no. And the rebound to Warnock. Scoops it to Clark. Caitlin dribbles between her legs, drives left side, now spins in the paint, slips it right side. Gabby Marshall wide open 3, in and out. As hot as the Hawkeyes were in the first round, not so far today.
And their threes aren't really far off. I mean, every single one is bouncing, and then going out. So the shots can be there.
33-23. Both teams a little bit of a drought. Hawks over 2 minutes. Molly for 3. No good. Skipped off the right side of the iron and goes out of bounds. Iowa basketball. And we're also going to have a timeout. Under 5 timeout. Blue is caring. Blue is convenient. And now Blue is Medicare Advantage from Wellmark Advantage Health Plan. Offering all-in-one Medicare coverage, our extensive network, and the confidence of being covered by Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Learn more at wellmarkadvantage.com. 4:58 left to go, second quarter. Creighton 33, Iowa 23. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Mickey Dolenz of the Monkees.
Oh, then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer.
Is bringing his concert series, Mickey Dolenz Celebrates the Monkees, to Riverside Casino on April 15th. Celebrating over 50 years of music with hits like I'm a Believer.
I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried.
To Last Train to Clarksville. Tickets are on sale now at riversidecasinoandresort.com.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer. IRC Beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
From Learfield, this is the NCAA Tournament.
Blue Jays have outscored the Hawkeyes 10-6 here in the second quarter. 4:58 left to go until halftime. The Blue Jays 33, Iowa 23. Here in Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa. Corn is a multi-purpose crop which benefits the entire state. It feeds our livestock, nourishes our families, and provides clean burning fuel for our planet. Thank you to Iowa's corn farmers. Also, Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels, Homewood Suites, and the Home to Suites by Hilton. Each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and, of course, convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. Hawks shooting 37%, 10 of 27, 2 of 9 from 3. The Blue Jays 12 of 27, but 7 of 19 from three-point range. And as you mentioned, Jamie, that's right at about their average, 37% on the year, 36.8 in this ballgame.
Yeah, they've definitely cooled off. Both teams have cooled off this quarter. Iowa really cooled off. Iowa's only shooting 25% from the field right now, which what that just tells me is you got to take better shots, right? Bad shot selection happening for the Hawkeyes right now. You want everyone to keep shooting. You want Marshall to keep shooting, and everyone looking for their shots. But, man, let's look for those high percentage shots. Let's get that ball inside and get Monica Sedano the ball a couple more times, and then let's get back on track.
So, Iowa basketball. Clark across the timeline. Rembow comes out on her. Clark down the right side, inside to Sedano, gets deep, shot is up and no good. Hawks have been able to get the ball inside to Sedano. She's been very effective. Clark bats a pass away as the Blue Jays tried to get it inside to Batchelor. Kate Martin cross court to Caitlin Clark. Whips a pass in the corner to Taiwo. Will drive baseline. Shot is up and short. Missed the right-handed layup on the left side.
Great take. Just can't get the finish right now.
Hawks down 10, 33-23. Brodsky, free throw line extended right. Now to Batchelor. Brodsky, Lauren Jensen, who has 8 points. Rembow. Blue Jays moving the ball with 7 to shoot. Finally get a three-pointer. Up and no good by Batchelor from the top of the key. Rebound down to Iowa. Here's Clark. Fadeaway three-pointer. Count it. Left to the top of the key. Clark with 11.
Just a little shake dribble, a fake to the right. Nice step back for a nice controlled three-point shot.
That gets the crowd into it. 33-26. Blue Jays call a play, and a backdoor cut. Shot is up and no good. Brodsky missed a wide open layup. Clark sends it to Marshall. Takes one dribble. Three-pointer. Gribbing no. Martin goes after the rebound, but it's dug up by Ronsick. She dribbles it across the timeline. Here's Brodsky for three. Right wing. Count it. Brodsky with 11.
And Clark's just got to have her hands up on that defense. She had her hands down. Hands up when you're going out there against a shooter.
36-26 Creighton. Gabby Marshall on the right wing. Looking inside. Gets it to Martin. Top of the key. Now to Clark. Clark for three. Back iron no. And the ball batted out of bounds by Monica Sedano. Didn't have position, but tried to tip it out much too hard, and it went out of bounds at midcourt. 36-26 in favor of the Blue Jays. Feuerbach in. .245 left to go. Second quarter. Mogensen tries to get the ball inside, and it's fumbled by Ronsick, dug up by the Hawkeyes. Here's Clark, top of the key, angles right side, tries to turn the corner. She's doubled. Now brings it out. Feeds to Martin, free throw line extended right. Holds the ball above her head. Cross-court pass to Caitlin Clark. Takes a couple dribbles, drives in. Layup, no good. Another missed opportunity for the Hawkeyes. Really good moves, just have not been able to finish. Creighton with the ball on top, 36-26. Rembow gets it to Brodsky. Left wing, top of the key. Ronsick, shot is up and no good. Rebound by Creighton and blocked by Warnock, but getting it back is Molly, and she is fouled by Warnock, and free throws for Morgan Molly.
Saunders will check in for the Creighton Blue Jays. Going to the line for the Blue Jays will be number
Great block by Warnock there. She's just trying to get in there.
But it came right back to Molly, and she went up again, and this time Warnock had to get a hand in there to try to block it and committed the foul. So Morgan Molly, free throw, good. That's her first point, or make that her 7th point. Molly with 7. A left-hander puts this one right through, and she has 8. And the Blue Jays go up 38-26. In an uphill battle for the Hawkeyes. Down 23-17 in the first, but still a long way to go. Here's Martin, floater in the paint. Gets this one to go as it crawled in on the right side. First basket for Kate Martin.
Nothing fancy there. That was just part of their normal offense.
And on the move, baseline shot is up by Brodsky, blocked away by Iowa. Here's Clark in transition. Sends it left side. Warnock, scoop shot up and good off the window. Tough shot by McKenna
Really
Warnock.
tough shot, but nice job just reading the break, reading the energy there. Iowa pushed it.
Hawks pull to within 8 with 1:15 left to go, second quarter. Mogensen kicks it out. Three-pointer off the mark. Rebound Martin. That one missed by Brodsky. And a whistle in the backcourt. And a jump ball is going to be called. But it is Iowa possession.
Man.
And Lisa Bluter just can't believe some of the calls that have gone against the Hawkeyes.
I mean, but a great rebound by Kate Martin, man. She is fighting. She is boxing out. She's pulling those hard rebounds. 3-point rebounds are hard rebounds because you can't, it's not the same setup. There's a lot more space you're trying to box out for.
And Sonano comes back in for O'Grady. 1:04 left to go, second quarter.
But you got to want Iowa to go on just a teeny bit of a run here, right? Close this gap.
Just trying to get some momentum. Creighton just 1 of its last 10 from the floor. Iowa down 8, 38-30. Clark sends a cross-court pass to Feuerbach, drives the baseline, shot up good. Nice move by Kylie Feuerbach.
Woo! Hot move from her.
Hawks within 6, crowd into it. Mogensen out near the timeline. Feuerbach comes out on her. Drops it off. Right wing for Ronsick. In between the circles, Brodsky. Now a lob pass inside, deflected by Warnock into the hands of Feuerbach. And the Hawks have the ball, will slow the pace as they can hold for the final shot. Down 38-32. Hawks on a 6-0 run, the last minute 22. Saunders comes out on Clark, and there's a bump.
Oh, they're just going to try to foul her because they have fouls to give.
And that'll be the second on Saunders. 5.2 left to go. Hawks will have it along the sideline. And Molly Brake will come in.
So really with 5 seconds left, though, Iowa can run a nice play here, look for something good. Sonano looks like she's probably going to go down and post up.
Martin looks. Lob pass into Sonano, and she controls the ball, then lost control of it. Half-court shot by Saunders is 6 feet short, and that'll do it for the end of the first half. But a good finish for Iowa.
Wow, yeah, you needed them to go on that. That was a 6-0 run. They closed that gap down to just 6 points. And it wasn't that even if it was a 12-point gap that Iowa couldn't manage it, but you shifted the momentum. That's the bigger thing, is that Iowa was like, ugh, just in this hole. You weren't feeling it, and really good job coming out of it. I'm going to cut Feuerbach, man, what a finish.
Great move.
That was a great move by her.
Molly's Cupcakes is proudly serving their cookies and treats inside Kinnick Stadium and also right here at Carver Hawkeye Arena. For a taste of unique flavors you'll love, stop by their downtown Iowa City location for homemade cupcakes, cookies, cakes, bars, and coffee drinks. Molly's Cupcakes is a proud supporter of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Law enforcement is cracking down on wearing seatbelts. The Iowa Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau reminds you to click it or ticket day or night. Stay tuned for the Bud Light halftime show. It is the Creighton Blue Jays 38, the Iowa Hawkeyes 32. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
You don't have to go to the game to get a game program. You can download it now by visiting the game day page on HawkeyeSports.com. That's right, the game program is now digital and it's free. So check it out. Get the roster, the stats, and fascinating stories about today's matchup. Just go to HawkeyeSports.com and click on game day.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Outfitting your life in Authentic brand means showing the world how authentic of a Hawkeye fan you are. Choose from the greatest selection of Hawkeye headwear, apparel, and accessories. When you choose Authentic brand, you're supporting a company founded right here in Iowa and a proud supporter of the University of Iowa. Available in hundreds of storefronts across the Midwest or online at authentic-brand.com. Outfit your Hawkeye life on game day and every day with Authentic brand.
The next time you visit Eastern Iowa, check out the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, the hotel at Kirkwood Center, Klosterman Construction, the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, and Bachmeyer Carpet One, Floor and Home of the beautiful Guarantee. Bachmeyer Carpet One is proud to support the Hawkeyes. If you're looking to remodel, build a new home, or just redo a room, we are your flooring store. Outstanding design and sales staff with the knowledge to guide you in a friendly, stress-free atmosphere. Bachmeyer Carpet One. Come visit us.
Oh, you know that old injury of yours? The one in your knee or maybe back? Instead of going to the doctor and then doing physical therapy, why not start with therapy first? Athletico Physical Therapy is changing the whole healing process around. Their physical therapists will find the source of your pain and help fix it. Start with them and start living pain-free. Just like that.
It all starts with Athletico Physical Therapy. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com. No prescription needed. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Today's broadcast of the NCAA tournament on the Hawkeye Radio Network is brought to you by U.S. Cellular, the official wireless provider of the Iowa Hawkeyes. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless with a nationwide network built from your town up.
Welcome back courtside, Carver Hawkeye Arena, as Iowa trails the Creighton Blue Jays 38-32, but ended the second quarter on a 6-0 run that hopefully gets momentum into the locker room, and certainly nothing has been decided yet, as Creighton led after one, 23-17. Both teams scored 15 points in the second quarter. Time for the halftime show, brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light proudly welcomes back Hawkeye fans to Carver Hawkeye Arena this year. Bud Light is for the fans. Jamie, how about a look at the first half statistics?
Well, the first half statistics, not in Iowa's favor. However, there was definitely some growth from the 5 minutes ago in the second quarter in shooting percentage for the Hawkeyes. They were 25% at the 5 minute mark of the second quarter. They upped it to 35%, so started hitting those shots in that second portion of the second quarter. But for the Iowa Hawkeyes, two players in double figures right now. Monica Sonano with 15 points. She's 7 of 10 from the field. 11 points from Caitlin Clark. She is 3 of 6 from the three-point line. 2 points from Pierbach, Martin, and Warnock. For Creighton, they have one player in double figures. That's 11 from Brodsky. 8 points from Jensen, 8 points from Molly, 7 from Ronsick, and then 2 players with 2. 3-point field goals are where they're really looking for their shots. They have 23 three-pointer shot, 34 field goals total. So 2/3 of their shots are coming from the three-point line. So Iowa can wants to make sure to get out on that. They're shooting 37% from the three-point line. Rebounds, Iowa has definitely started to improve a little bit, but they're still down in the gap. 15 rebounds as a team, while Creighton has 29 rebounds as a team. Turnovers, Iowa's doing a good job controlling the ball, though. Only 2 turnovers and 9 assists as a team. Creighton currently has 8 turnovers.
Blue Jays led for 15 minutes and 33 seconds in the first two quarters. Iowa for 121. 8 lead changes, and the game was tied 5 times. And Creighton with 13 second chance opportunities, Iowa with none, but Iowa does have 18 points in the paint. 10 bench points for the Blue Jays, 2 for the Hawkeyes. We'll be back with more on the Bud Light Halftime Show. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Did you know that as a Mid-American Energy customer, nearly half of your life is powered by the wind energy we provide? That means when you're at home fixing a snack, or at work sending emails, you're using wind energy. Investing in wind helps us keep your rates low. Renewable wind energy. It's clean, affordable, and powerful. And it's one more way Mid-American Energy is obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Are you looking to downsize from your family home to begin your retirement years? Our Oak Knoll East campus is for you. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director at Oak Knoll. Our new campus has many unique amenities for your active lifestyle, in addition to providing the same great services that Oak Knoll has offered our residents for over 50 years. We're now open and have a few 2-bedroom apartments still available. Call me at 319-351-1720 or visit oakknoll.com to set up your personal tour. Go Hawks!
You know when your internet works, your life works. Living with unreliable internet or slow speeds is a hassle you can't afford. Hawk fans, don't settle for subpar service. Get Extreme Internet and transform your whole home. With Extreme powered by Mediacom, you can enjoy speeds from 60 meg up to an incredible 1 gig, intelligent whole home Wi-Fi, and unbeatable reliability. You want great internet at a great price? Give us a call at 844-4FASTER and talk to the Extreme Internet Pros today. Speeds may vary and a monthly data usage allowance applies.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
This is the only NCAA tournament women's game going on right now. Of course, many later on today, as the Hawkeyes trail the Blue Jays 38-32. Let's check the U.S. Bank scoreboard. At U.S. Bank, we know that when you invest in a community, the community invests in you, and we are committed to providing high-quality, innovative products and services that meet the needs and demands of our customers. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Maryland in action later this afternoon against the 12th seed Florida Gulf Coast. Miami, the number 8 seed, will face the number 1 overall seed South Carolina. Number 2 seeded Texas and number 7 Utah. Number 2 Baylor and number 10 South Dakota. Gonzaga and Louisville will play at the second round in the Wichita region, and then Iowa State tonight will face Georgia. Cyclones 3rd seeded in the Greensboro region. The Georgia Bulldogs at number 6 and number 1 Stanford, and the 8th seeded Kansas Jayhawks later on tonight as well. Right here it is the Creighton Blue Jays 38 and the Iowa Hawkeyes 32. More on the Bud Light halftime show coming up next. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go is mealtime made easy. Just order delicious meals online for convenient curbside pickup or have it delivered. Want breakfast? Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go. Need lunch? Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go. Doing dinner? Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go. Get pancakes, burgers, fried chicken, lasagna, Hai Chai Asian dishes, sushi, pizza, and more. If you're craving it, Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go has it with curbside pickup or delivery. Order today at Hy-Vee.com/mealtime.
During the month of March, everyone seems to be Irish. Unfortunately, no one's luck is immune to the consequences of drunk driving. For too many Americans, St. Patrick's Day has ended in tragedy due to drunk drivers getting behind the wheel. You can't rely on a four-leaf clover to keep you safe. You have to make your own luck. Designate a sober driver. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Safety, the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, and your local law enforcement.
The next time you visit Eastern Iowa, check out the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, Bachmeyer Carpet One, Floor and Home, Klosterman Construction, and the Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, named Iowa Tourism's 2021 Hotel of the Year and awarded the AAA 4 Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatkirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
We might not remember the exact feeling of catching our first fish, but one thing's for sure, we must have really liked it, because from that moment forward, our futures were set. And fishing has shown us everything from people to places we probably never would have seen. So, maybe this whole fishing thing isn't just about keeping a fish at all. Maybe it's about keeping that feeling alive. Shields, we feel it too. So stop in and let's talk fishing.
Well, the Hawks certainly hope for big quarters in the number 3 and number 4. And quarter number 3 has kind of been Iowa's quarter this year. Remember, against Illinois State, outscored the Redbirds 31-18, winning that game 98-58. Let's pause for station identification. At the top of the hour, you are listening to Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield. Well, Jamie, points in the paint has certainly been to Iowa's advantage. Monica Sonano with 15 in the first half.
Oh, yeah. Iowa, that's definitely a place where they can capitalize. Iowa's 18 as a team compared to Creighton's 8, which, not surprising, is Creighton's shooting most of the shots from the three-point line. Yeah, the Blue Jays from behind the arc, 8 of 23 in the first half. Blue Jays 38, the Hawkeyes 32. Back with third quarter action from Carver Hawkeye Arena after the break. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
During the month of March, everyone seems to be Irish. Unfortunately, no one's luck is immune to the consequences of drunk driving. For too many Americans, St. Patrick's Day has ended in tragedy due to drunk drivers getting behind the wheel. You can't rely on a four-leaf clover to keep you safe. You have to make your own luck. Designate a sober driver. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Safety, the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, and your local law enforcement.
Every day you use energy to power your life, to wake up, to stay connected.
Hi, this is John. Oh, hey.
To feed your loved ones.
Dinner!
You don't even have to think about it, because at MidAmerican Energy, we do. We work hard to bring you energy you can count on every day, because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're MidAmerican Energy, and we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beer, beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
Well, back in 2018, these two teams faced each other at Pauley Pavilion in Los Angeles, first round of the NCAA tournament. And the Blue Jays prevailed 76-70. See what happens in the last 20 minutes of regulation. Hawkeyes down 38-32. Creighton starts with the basketball. Hoop to our left. Jensen, free throw line extended left, being guarded by Martin. Hands it off to Ronsick in that same area. Top of the key, Brodsky. Down to Jensen. Brings it in between the circles with 7 to shoot. Rembau gets it inside. Clark with a block. Save by Sinano. Had to tippy toe to keep that one in bounds. And the Hawks do the job defensively against Brodsky underneath and bring the ball across the timeline. Here's Martin. Free throw line extended left. Gives it to Warnock, top of the key. Inside, Sonato turns.
Yes.
Left-handed layup as she caught it deep.
Go, go, go. Get all those passes into her.
17 for Monica Sonato. Pulls the Hawks to within 4. Rembau kicks it out. Ronsick for 3. No. And offensive rebound and putback is good by Brodsky. And that's been a storyline in this game. Rebounding has been all Blue Jays so far. 40-34, Creighton on top. Warnock, top of the key, will fire the jumper. Swishes that one from the top of the key. That's a 2-pointer. No hesitation for Warnock. That's a good sign. She has 4. Inside, ball goes out of bounds. Tried to get it to a cutting Brodsky. Kate Martin was there defensively, and the ball goes out of bounds over to the Hawkeyes.
And Iowa's got to realize, yes, Creighton will cut hard, but they're not looking for those, right? I think they're starting to realize that, yes, we just need to play decent defense through the cuts, and know they want to go outside.
Hawkeyes with the basketball. Warnock, top of the key, has it almost taken away. Now she drives the left side, loses control of the ball, and tried to get it to Sonato, but dug up by Lauren Jensen. Warnock just lost her balance in the paint, and a jump ball is going to be called. Rembau was tied up. Possession arrow favors the Hawkeyes, down 4.
And Iowa being really a lot more aggressive right now, trying to get those loose balls, trying to get those jump balls, and just, you know, I think they're really, if the refs aren't going to call it, then they got to step up that game.
Yep, got to get those 50-50 balls. Clark, top of the key, 3-pointers short. Just didn't get her legs underneath, but Sonato gets the rebound. Gets it back out to Clark. Caitlin looks inside, gets it to Sonato. She turns, goes to the left
Monica.
hand,
Yes,
lays it up and in against a double team.
Loved it. Great read. She looked. She was double teamed. Crossed over back through to the left-hand side. Perfect read on the D.
Hawks pull to within 2. Blue Jays with the basketball. 40-38. Top of the key. Rembau drives left side. Flips a pass underneath. Up strong. Shot is no good by Ronsick. Loose ball dug up by Clark. Hawkeyes in transition. Clark loses control of the ball off her left leg and out of bounds. Just a little bit out of control. Morgan Molly comes in for Creighton. Hawks could have tied the game.
Bluder thinks the ball probably went off of Blue, but it is what it is, and it's now Blue's ball.
Blue Jays with the play call. Hawks in man-to-man defense. Ronsick in between the circles. Rembau now gets it to Brodsky. Driving shot from 15, no. Rebound hauled down by Kate Martin. Brings it across the timeline herself. Gabby Marshall, 3, right wing, short. And good hustle by Warnock to try to go after the rebound, but dug up by Molly. Pass inside. Ronsick catches and lays it up in off the window in the paint.
When Iowa was there, they just have to recognize the person cutting through.
Couple minutes into Action here in the third quarter, and a wild layup by Gabby Marshall. Didn't hit anything with it, and Creighton comes down with a rebound. Here's Jensen. She'll stop and fire from 15 short, and no box out. She got a hand on the ball, and it's going to be a jump ball, and it'll go Creighton's way.
Got to do all the little things there, right? She got out on Jensen, but then Martin didn't touch back for the box out.
And that allowed Jensen to go get the ball, tap it with her right hand. 42-38. Creighton on top. Marshall has not scored after having 13 against Illinois State. Taiwo comes in, as does Addie O'Grady. Creighton will inbounds along the baseline. Look inside and drop it off to Saunders just into the game. Her father, Mike, outstanding football player for the University of Iowa. Saunders tries to drive baseline, then kicks it back out. Three-pointer, no good. Ronsick. Weak side rebound, Lauren Jensen, then taken away by Tomi Taiwo. Drives in, and her shot is up and good. Lost control of the ball twice,
Not
but
the prettiest,
gathered it and scores her first basket.
Either way, it's 2 points.
Hawks pull to within 2. 5:15 third quarter. Saunders, top of the key. Angles right side. Pushes the ball for a three-pointer, and that's Mogensen. Her second basket, she has 5. Creighton goes back up by 5. Clark in between the circles. Angles right side, now back to Warnock. She'll fire a 3, rimming no, and Lauren Jensen comes down with the rebound. Mogensen, the backup point guard, calls the play in between the circles. Hands it off to Jensen. Now to Saunders. Creighton with the ball up 5. Saunders doesn't look to shoot much, wants to drive, and does this time. Flips it up, blocked by O'Grady. Loose ball dug up by Caitlin Clark. Clark across the timeline on the left wing. Will drive baseline, drive all the way in, is hammered, and no call, but O'Grady gets the ball back. Now to Kate Martin for 3, that's short. O'Grady goes after the rebound again, and it's knocked out of her hands. Touch last by Molly.
Well, Grady keeping that play alive 2 times just then. Being aggressive.
Really good
after
job.
That. The offensive rebounds are going to be a big thing for Iowa. They can just get a couple of them.
Hawks down 5 as we have timeout on the court. 4:06 left to go, third quarter. The intensity is high here inside Carver Hawkeye Arena. Creighton 45, Iowa 40. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
You might not remember the exact feeling of catching our first fish, but one thing's for sure. We must have really liked it, because from that moment forward, our futures were set. And fishing has shown us everything from people to places we probably never would have seen. So, maybe this whole fishing thing isn't just about keeping a fish at all. Maybe it's about keeping that feeling alive. Shields, we feel it too. So stop in and let's talk fishing.
There's a sense of pride that comes from the life of a farmer. How many people can say they have a famous tan named after them, or be known for their wave when they drive past neighbors and strangers alike on a 2-lane road? Whether it's a farmer's tan or the farmer's wave, we are proud to be known for a lot of things. We feel that pride every night at the dinner table, knowing we feed our family and yours. Iowa Corn is proud to be on the sidelines cheering on the Iowa Hawkeyes. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa.
Mickey Dolenz of the Monkees.
Oh, then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer.
Is bringing his concert series, Mickey Dolenz Celebrates the Monkees, to Riverside Casino on April 15th. Celebrating over 50 years of music with hits like I'm a Believer.
I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried.
To Last Train to Clarksville.
Take the last train.
Tickets are on sale now at riversidecasinoandresort.com.
In business, Mid-American Energy can help you save energy and add to your bottom line. Visit midamericanenergy.com to learn more. Creighton 45, Iowa 40. 4:06 left to go in the third. Monica Sonato with 19 points. But really comes down to putting the ball in the basket.
It does.
As Iowa shooting at 39%, 18 of 46, but just 3 of 16 from 3. Creighton not shooting the ball effectively at 36.4%, 16 of 44, but have made 9 3-pointers in 26 attempts.
Right. Iowa, I think, is doing okay on the defensive end. It's just the offensive end, they're not getting into it, and that needs to be the focus. And the offensive end and the rebounds, that's it. Take your good shots. Take your normal shots. If you need to drive in to get more confidence, drive in. Like all of that kind of stuff. Iowa just needs like a reset.
Just needs a run, right?
They do. Just a little run. Just a little one. Just a 6-0 run. That'd set them up and get them the lead.
So ball possession for the Hawks. Clark drops it into Sonato. Catches it 14 feet away, and then it's a pass out to Kate Martin. Here's Warnock, free throw line extended right. Tries to drive the baseline. She tries to shove her way inside. Sonato now back to Taiwo, 7 to shoot. Gives it off to Clark, and a hold is called on Rachel Saunders. So that'll reset the shot clock to 20 with 3:50 left to go third quarter. Hawks down 5. Martin will throw it in along the sideline. Gets it to Clark in between the circles. She drives left side, spins in the paint, goes up, and finally gets a call and will shoot 2 free throws. Brodsky, her second, and Clark's first trip to the free throw line. Iowa's only shot 2 free throws the entire day. Swishes the first. 12 for Clark, coming off of her 16th double-double of the season. Second one, got it.
And Iowa now just 3 points from tying. Being aggressive, just get a stop here, get a nice shot, and that, I mean, you're just going to feel a whole different game.
Down 3. Driving in the left side of the lane. Mogensen lost control of the ball. Dug up by Clark. She crosses the timeline. Angles left side. Feeds to Martin. Now kicks it back out to Taiwo. Top of the key. And Tomey going to be called for traveling. Wanted to shoot and then tried to pass. Tip it to Caitlin Clark. Hawkeye's just timid on
right, they
the
are
offensive
timid
end.
right now. They just need to. Creighton's no harder defense than any other defense they've ever seen.
Creighton up 3 with the ball. Saunders in between the circles. Feeds to Mogensen. They play catch, and now Saunders will fire a 3-pointer. No good off the back of the iron. Long rebound, though, taken by Lauren Jensen. Now inside Molly. Goes to work. Shot is up and short. And the Hawks still have a tough time getting the rebound, but the ball touched last by Creighton along the baseline. Iowa basketball.
Good box outs on that last one, though. Iowa did a good job on that most recent shot. Boxing out, pushing back, and you have to do it every time, though, right? Every single time, and it is work. It's a grind.
Every possession. Clark across the timeline, down 3. 45-42, we're under 3 third quarter. Inside Sonato, turns to the right shoulder, shot short. And both teams go after the rebound. And touch last by Kate Martin. It'll be Creighton basketball.
But great hustle by Martin to get in there, get after it.
Rembau gets it to Brodsky in between the circles. Left side, Ronsick. Everything out behind the 3-point arc for Creighton. Jensen on the right wing. And almost a steal by Marshall, but a hold is going to be called on Gabby. That'll be her first.
But great defense by Marshall. You got to be aggressive out there. They're trying to post Marshall up because they're switching on screens, and she was outsized, but good job on trying to just deny it.
Jensen gets the ball along the baseline. Shot clock resets at 20 for the Blue Jays. Feeds the ball inside, layup up and good by Ronsick, who came from the left side to the right block. And then Sonato beats everybody down the floor and receives a pass and lays it up and in. 21 for Monica Sonato. 47-44 Blue Jays. 1:50 left to go, third quarter.
And that was great eyes by Clark, just keeping him up there looking.
Jensen feeds to Brodsky in between the circles. Now Jensen, she'll pull up from 16 and swish it from straight away. That's 10 for Lauren Jensen, former Hawkeye. Inside Sonano, fakes, goes to the left
Great
hand,
move.
and just schooled Emma Ronsick.
Every time, if they can get some stops, just keep going to Sonano.
49-46, three-pointer, Brodsky, no good. Long rebound taken by Creighton.
So hard.
Fakes a three, drops a pass inside to Ronsick.
Travel.
And she goes out of bounds with the basketball. Over to the Hawkeyes with 1:10 left to go, third quarter. Hawkeyes could tie with a three-pointer. Clark does not have a field goal in this quarter. Here's Martin in between the circles. Inside Sonano, she's triple teamed. Outside to Gabby Marshall. Now back to Sonano. Puts the ball on the floor, goes up and has it knocked away. But a whistle, a rare whistle, will be blown underneath.
Oh, wow. Great take by Sonano. And she's trying to keep other people included. She's kicking the ball out. She's doing all these things, but everyone keeps going back into her.
Sometimes there's three blue jerseys.
And ultimately, she's the best decision right now, right?
Yep.
I think keep going to her, even if there are three jerseys. I think Monica can take them all. And she just did. She took it in hard against them, over to the left side, went to where there was the most open space.
Ronsick picks up her second. Sonano with 2 free throws. First one, perfect. Monica Sonano with 24. Had 18 in the first round against Illinois State. Can pull the Hawks to within one under a minute. Third quarter. Sonano got it. 25 for Monica Sonano. And she'll get a breather. Warnock back in.
I like this play. I like what they're doing here. Going to do mostly guards. It's essentially a guard team right now. They don't have Addie O'Grady in.
Creighton plays guards, and here's Mogensen all the way to the basket, lays it up and in. Molly Mogensen, the backup point guard for Creighton with 7. Averages 6.4. 51-48 Blue Jays. Iowa basketball with 32 seconds left to go. Here's Clark on the left wing. Gets it to the top of the key. Inside Warnock. Takes one dribble, goes up strong and couldn't finish. And Lauren Jensen comes down with the rebound. Mogensen hands it off to Rembau. Mogensen left wide open for 3, and she fires it, skips off the right side of the iron and goes out of bounds over to the Hawkeyes with 11 seconds left to go. Sonano will jump back into the game.
And this is just the third quarter, but it feels like the final minutes of the game, right? Because every single possession is going to matter. 11 seconds.
Little backcourt pressure by Creighton. So the Hawks will have to respond. And Clark will throw it in. And then presumably get it right back. And she's doubled. And then takes a timeout as she was along the baseline. The Hawks will save the possession with 8.6. (51-48). Blue Jays on top of the Hawkeyes. Iowa's led for 1 minute and 21 seconds in this game. The winner on to the Sweet 16. Creighton has never been to the Sweet 16. The Hawkeyes, of course, last there in 2019, trying to return to the site where Iowa went to the Elite Eight.
Iowa just, I mean, they have so much that they could do right now. I think that there's so many things that haven't been opened or used at all today. And so Iowa just has, you just are waiting. When's the gate going to open for them? And that, I do think that it can happen for the Iowa quite easily. And is like, is this the gate? If they can get this shot, is that the gate that opens it up for Iowa to be able to just unleash their points?
This is going to come down to a game of will, and I think whoever can kind of control their nerves in the last 5 minutes will win this game.
Right. That's where you have to think Iowa playing against all these really great teams and having all these tight games. Like, that's where it's got to come in the fourth quarter, right? What's the point of all those games if in the tournament time you can't put them to use?
Dodge Street Tire and Auto, locally owned and operated, has been voted best of the area for the 9th consecutive year and proudly supports Iowa women's basketball. Visit Dodge Street Tire for all of your automotive needs, including the best deals on Goodyear and Toyo tires. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, celebrating 29 good years on the corner of Dodge and Church Streets. Hawkeye basketball also presented by Iowa Corn. We know that Iowa grows a lot of corn, but in reality, corn grows Iowa. Corn grows our livestock, our economy, and our athletes. Put on your best face for the Iowa Corn Cam. Follow Iowa Corn on Facebook to be corn-fed. Extended timeout here with 8.6 left to go. Third quarter, Creighton 51, Iowa 48, 25 points from Monica Sonano, 10 already in the quarter.
Be nice if she could add on a couple more right here to end the quarter.
Hawkeyes down in the rebounding category, 35-22. We'll have to go the full length in 8.6, which is plenty of time. Last time, Clark got the ball in and immediately was doubled and then had to call the timeout.
Nobody's guarding Martin right now, so you just got to inbound it into Martin, you think.
And then see if you can catch Caitlin on the move.
Creighton's in a zone.
Clark gets it back. Gets it to Sonano. Now to Kate Martin across the timeline. And then the ball is taken away by Mogensen. And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. Tried for a little underhand pass back to Caitlin Clark for a deep three. Never materialized because of the defense from Molly Mogensen. So that'll do it for three quarters. We will head to the fourth. Creighton 51, Iowa 48. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Keep yourself and your loved ones healthy by getting your free COVID-19 vaccine. Plus, when you get a COVID-19 vaccine at your Hy-Vee pharmacy between February 1st and April 30th, you can get a 50-cent Hy-Vee Fuel Saver reward. Talk about savings. Schedule your COVID-19 vaccination appointment today at Hy-Vee.com/COVID vaccine. Some restrictions apply. See pharmacy for more details.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer. IRC Beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
Anything can happen when the Cyclones and Hawkeyes come to compete. It's where the rubber meets the road. Neighbors become rivals and friends become foes. Some go home broken-hearted, while others are victorious. When the dust finally settles, one thing stands true. No matter which side you're on, you're part of tradition for those who are Iowan through and through. We're Iowa Corn, a proud sponsor of the Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk Series. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa.
From Learfield, this is the NCAA Tournament.
Hawks outscore the Blue Jays in the third quarter, 16-13. In that quarter, Iowa 6 out of 14, just under 43%. Did make all of its free throws, 4 for 4. And for the Blue Jays, 6 out of 18, 33%. 1 out of 6 from 3. One hot quarter, one hot 4 minutes, and you think that this could shift.
Right.
But we'll see if the Hawks can make it happen, as Iowa now has made 20 field goals out of 50 attempts for 40%. But Monica Sonato's 10 of 15 of that.
Right. Well, get everything into Monica. She's it. Right now,
10 minutes of Monica Sonano.
10 minutes of Monica Sonano, and then hard defense, right? Limiting second chance opportunities. That's all you're asking for. Iowa did a much better job on the defensive end than the third quarter. You could tell that Creighton was struggling a lot more. Iowa was switching on most of their screens. Just things looked really good.
So have to keep up that, fight for those 50-50 balls, and get some shots to drop in. Starting 5 on the floor for the Hawkeyes. Molly in, Ronsick as well. Iowa basketball down 3. Here's Martin, top of the key, dribbles between her legs, feeds it left side, Caitlin Clark. Mogensen on her. Clark drives the baseline, spins, shot up, no, and a foul will be called on Mogensen. Clark did not have a field goal in the third quarter, just 2 free throws. Caitlin with 13, but does have a double-double with 10 assists.
And Iowa had a good quarter. Scoring-wise, they had a decent third quarter. But, man, if she could start scoring and dishing out those assists, that could be a great quarter for the Hawkeyes.
First free throw good. Second one splits the net for Clark. She has 15. And the Hawks pull to within 1. 51-50 Creighton basketball. What you would expect in the second round of the NCAA tournament. Mogensen spins, goes up, loses control of the ball and out of bounds. Over to the Hawkeyes. Officials asking for a lot of help.
From each other, yeah.
Yep. When really one's in better position than the other. Can the Hawks take the lead? Down 1, just underway, fourth quarter. Here's Clark, right wing, drives in, shot up, no good. Just short on the bank shot. Another terrific move, just couldn't finish. Rimbaugh in between the circles, looks, fires right side to Ronsick. Three-pointer Mogensen, right wing long, ball tapped out, controlled by the Blue Jays, and the layup is up and good, right, Rimbaugh. More second chance opportunities. That's now 17. Inside, Sonano goes up off the window. No good off the front of the iron. Rebound to the Blue Jays. Lob pass inside. Turnaround shot no good by Ronsick. And she is shoved. Clark picks up her second and 2 free throws for Emma Ronsick, a 6'1" sophomore. First one is long, no good. Second one, got it. Ronsick with 12. And it's 54-50 Creighton. 8:25 left to go in the fourth. Here's Warnock, gets it to Clark, top of the key, step back three-pointer, a little bit strong, rebound to Ronsick. Rimbaugh across the timeline. Now to Ronsick, holds the ball above her head, out of Molly, everything out behind the arc. Rimbaugh drops a pass inside, and the shot is blocked. Iowa did a good job defensively. Now we'll set things up. Down 4. Warnock gets it inside to Kate Martin, has her layup blocked. Sonano goes after the ball, as does Lauren Jensen. Tie-up situation over to Creighton. Hawks just have not been able to finish inside the paint.
Not been able to.
Other than Monica Sonano.
Well, you got to look. I mean, they can look for some threes. There's some players who are hitting it. Mainly it's Clark. Clark is the only person to hit threes.
And the Hawkeyes just 3 out of 16 from behind the arc. Down 4, Creighton with the ball. Hawks playing defense. Blue Jays with the lead. Here's Molly, three-pointer left wing. No. Rebound to Caitlin Clark. In transition. Fires right side. Gabby Marshall for three. Count it! First basket of the game.
There it is, Gabby.
Hawks pulled to within one. A transition three from Gabby Marshall. 7:10 left to go. Creighton on top by one with a basketball. Lob pass intercepted by Warnock. Tried to get it inside to Ronsick. Clark across the timeline. Drives the paint all the way to the hoop and knocked out of bounds by Mogensen, who has really been tough defensively on Caitlin Clark.
I mean, when they're, and this is one thing, the refs aren't calling fouls, which allows people to body Clark a lot more, which allows you to play harder defense because they're not going to call anything on you. So it does make it way harder to move as a player.
Brodsky comes back in for Creighton. Ball possession for the Hawks along the baseline. Lob pass, Sonato. Now to Gabby Marshall. She'll fire a three left wing.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
And the Hawks take a 2-point lead. 56-54. And this crowd is into it. Brodsky for three. Rimming no. Clark the rebound underneath. Brings it into the front court. Caitlin angles right side. Cross court pass to Warnock. Tipped away but dug up by Kate Martin. Now to Warnock. Inside. Sonano. She's doubled. Loses control of the ball. Jump ball is called. Iowa will have it along the baseline. .11 to shoot. Hawks 56, Creighton 54. Hawks have led for less than 2 minutes. How about Gabby Marshall? Three, back iron, long rebound taken down by Ronsick.
Iowa
but a
got
good
that
shot.
Lead finally.
But a good shot. Brodsky, top of the key. Mogensen. Back outside, Brodsky drives down the right side of the lane, tried a spin move and called for traveling. Iowa basketball with 5:56 left to go in the fourth. And that'll get Grimbaugh back into the game.
And you can tell Creighton's a bit on their heels right now, so Iowa needs to keep pushing.
Can you take advantage? Can you take advantage? Martin, top of the key. Dribbles right side, Clark for three, no good. And long rebound to Warnock. So another opportunity for the Hawks. Warnock, free throw line extended left. Holds the ball, looks inside, gets it to Sonato. She turns, shot is up, and got it to go with the left hand. Timeout, Blue Jays. Listen to this crowd.
Oh, wow.
Doing everything it can to spur on the Hawkeyes.
I have to take off my headphones for a second so I could actually experience it, because our headphones are meant to drown it out so we can actually hear ourselves talking to each other about.
Timeout on the court, 5:29 left to go in the fourth quarter. Iowa 58, Creighton 54. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Iowa, we grow corn, a lot of corn. We love seeing our farmers in the fields, and although they're perfect strangers, we know them. We know them by their equipment covered in dust. We know them by their work ethic, where days off don't exist. We know them by the way they wave, passing strangers alike on a 2-lane road. We know them in the midst of our kitchen as we prepare another family meal. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. The Iowa corn farmers are proud to be on the sidelines for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
It's a new season. Get ready for more men's and women's college sports excellence. Trophies will be awarded in June to schools who take the top spot in the 2021-22 Learfield Directors Cup. The premier award recognizes one winning institution in all competitive divisions. Follow your favorite team's progress as seasonal standings are announced at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at directorscup.org. The crowning achievement in college athletics.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hawkeyes have outscored the Blue Jays in the fourth quarter 10-3 on an 8-0 run the last minute 48. And Creighton on a 3-minute scoring drought. And the Hawks have grabbed the lead finally at 58-54 with 5:33 left to go in the fourth. Today's game is brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light proudly welcomes back Hawkeye fans to Carver Hawkeye Arena this year. Bud Light is for the fans, and the Iowa fans are into this, just trying to will this basketball team to the Sweet 16.
They are. It is electric out there. Ooh.
Gabby Marshall, 2 out of 7 from the floor, but 2 huge three-pointers in this 8-0 run.
I mean, huge is an understatement. Needed so badly. Iowa needed someone else to step up, and whoa, that's a big step she took.
Addie O'Grady in. Creighton basketball. Rimbaud at the top of the key, drives left, picks up her dribble. And here's a steal by Gabby Marshall, almost, then retrieved by Lauren Jensen. She's doubled and then gets the ball back for 3. Rimming no. Hawks fight for the loose ball. Warnock in there with a couple of Blue Jays, and the arrow favors Creighton. Boy, Warnock working hard on the glass.
She is. Creighton is trying to give themselves any opportunity, but you can tell that they are definitely on their heels still, so Iowa has to push. You can tell there's
just
energy.
have to limit these second chance opportunities. Creighton looks inside, gets the ball to Jensen on the right wing. Approaching 5 left to go. Iowa by 4. And Marshall goes after the ball against Ronsick and commits the foul.
But Marshall's doing such a good job of getting around and working to not allow her to get the ball.
That's her second, just the team's second. Rimbaud gets the ball on the right wing, drives the paint, pulls up her dribble, and gets it back out to Lauren Jensen in between the circles with 9 to shoot. Rimbaud on the right wing, puts it on the floor at the elbow. Now Jensen tries to make a move, gets all the way to the rim, lays it up and in with the right hand.
I mean, she had to really work for that shot.
Lauren Jensen, former Hawkeye, with 12. Martin gets it to Warnock in between the circles. Hawks by 2. Warnock drives down the left side of the lane, throws it up, no good. And the weak side rebound taken down by Rimbaud. She continues to drop a pass inside, wide open, and the layup is missed by Ronsick. Wasn't anybody within 6 feet of her.
Oh no, but she definitely got underneath the basket a little too much, to Iowa's advantage though.
Hawks by 2 with the basketball. 4:05 left to go in regulation. Warnock on the right wing. 1 dribble, hands to Caitlin Clark. Mogensen on her. Clark for 3, right wing, in and out.
Looks good.
And the rebound taken down by Mogensen. Did everything but go in. Clark just 4 of 17 from the floor. Rimbaud drives in, shot up and no good. Bothered by Addie O'Grady. And the rebound taken down by Iowa. Clark across the timeline. Hawks by 2. Desperate need of a basket. Clark gets it. And a handoff from Warnock. Top of the key to Kate Martin. 8 to shoot. Now here's Clark, 15 feet away, drops it inside to O'Grady, and she has it knocked out of her hands, and a foul. I think if Addie went up with the right hand, it's 2, but she turned to the right shoulder. Rimbaud picks up her second. Sonano back in for O'Grady. Ball possession for Iowa. Gets 20 seconds now on the shot clock with 3:10 left to go and a 2-point lead. Clark gets it into Sonano. Fumbles the ball, then gets it back out to Kate Martin. Hawks with plenty of time. Inside, Sonano's doubled.
Yes.
Drops it off to Kate Martin. Layup good.
Yes. Nice read. Killer read by Monica. That's teammates right there, though, right? There was unspoken. She knew. She felt it. She knew what was happening.
Felt the double team on the left block and turned and got it to a cutting Kate Martin on the right block across the lane. And Kate was able to lay it up and in to give the Hawkeyes a 4-point advantage at 60-56, 2:57 left to go. Timeout on the court. And we'll take it as well. Iowa by 4. Stay for the finish. This is Hawkeye. Well, it says stay here. Say now it's just a 30-second timeout.
It's got to be a 30. Nobody's sitting. That's why I'm saying it's a 30. And I feel like we'll leave.
Well, we'll just stay here. There'll be other opportunities.
Quick shout out to the people who let me jump in front of them to go to the restroom. So if you hear about that story from your significant, from your family, that was nice of them.
You were back in a hurry. That's good.
Just people let me jump in. But right now, here's what Iowa needs to focus on is really just making good shots, right? Move the ball around, be aggressive. If you have a layup, you take a layup. Otherwise, you take the good ones. You can take a three-pointer. A three-pointer can be a good shot if you're the one, if you're feeling it, right? Those are the things right now.
3 minutes exactly on the clock in the fourth quarter. Second round NCAA tournament action. Iowa 60, Creighton 56. The Hawks will play defense. Holly Mogensen, the backup point guard, just playing a ton of minutes. Almost 25. Has the ball across the timeline. Clark awaits. Hand off to Lauren Jensen. Gets a screen. And then gets it back from Molly. Jensen, pull up from 17. Got it. Well, you see why the Hawks recruited her. Lauren Jensen with 14, 60-58. Hawks with the ball and the lead, 2:30 left to go. Clark on the right wing. Gets into the paint, drops it off to Sonano, takes a couple of dribbles, and gets it back out to Clark with 10 to shoot. Caitlin eyes a three, drives in, floater off the window, no, off balance. And Creighton comes down with the basketball. 2:10 left to go. Creighton can tie it with a 2-3 to take the lead. Mogensen drives down the right side against Clark. Spins, goes up with the left hand. No. And Clark comes down with the rebound. Being chased by Mogensen. Top of the key, slips it left side. And things will slow down. Iowa by 2 with the ball. Marshall on the right wing. Now to Kate Martin. Drops it inside Sonano. Turns, shot is up and no good. Weak side rebound by Warnock. 2 for McKenna Warnock.
That's a beast. That's a beast rebound. Beast put back.
Huge bucket for Warnock. And Hawks go by 4. And Creighton will take a timeout.
I mean, that was a huge rebound there, and she got to the perfect positioning.
30-second timeout. Well, McKenna Warnock, we've talked about that she has really been working the glass.
She has.
Has 6 rebounds to go along with 6 points, but that layup in traffic was just absolutely huge because, boy, the Hawks, if they were 80% on their layups, which many have been contested, they'd have a double-digit lead, but we're going to have to settle for a 4-point lead with 1:32 left to go.
And a 4-point lead with 1:30 left, that's not a bad thing. It gives you a little bit of variation you can do on the defensive end and the offensive end. So you're really just thinking right now, no easy three-pointers. Everything has your hand up, but we're also not going to foul on the shots. We're not going to allow the and ones.
Jensen gets the ball. Creighton with it. She'll dribble down the right side and all the way to the rim and beat Gabby Marshall. Jensen with 16. 62-60. Inside, Sonato goes up strong, a little bit hard off the glass, and the rebound taken down by Ronsick. Creighton can tie with a 2 with 1:05 left to go. Here's Jensen. Boy, she wants the ball too. Rembow in between the circles. Drives to the basket all the way. Missed the layup.
And she's not a scorer. You can tell her mental shift is to pass it. So you got it. That's the person that you can play off of.
Has 2 points. Hawks by 2 with the ball with 45 seconds left to go. Sweet 16 on the line. Marshall will hand to Caitlin Clark. Now to Martin. Warnock, top of the key.
They're looking for a 2-person game to get the ball inside if they can.
And now 3. Kate Martin for 3. Rimming, no. And the Hawkeyes will not get the ball back if Creighton decides to hold. Here's Jensen.
2-point game.
Top of the key. 18 seconds. Jensen wants the shot.
Jensen wants to shoot.
And now she'll fire a 3 in. Knocked it down with 12.6 left to go. Lauren Jensen rattles it home to give the Blue Jays a 1-point lead at 63-62. Had an open look.
She took the 3, so they take the lead. Iowa has the ball, 12.6 left. They do get the ball advanced, so they're going to get it on there.
After the timeout taken by Iowa.
So they're going to be looking, they're not going to probably look for a last-second shot. They're going to look for a high-percentage shot. My thought would be going to Monica Sonato. That's your goal, but they're going to be thinking the same thing. So you could do a drive. You can do a drive and pitch. You can do a lot of things. If it goes into Monica, they're going to double. So all of these things where they just need to play their normal offense, and no, you have Kate Martin for this skip across.
So Kate Martin will throw it in along the sideline. Well, you could tell Lauren Jensen wanted the ball every possession. She has 19, 12.6 left to go. Hawks down by 1. Warnock to Martin. Here's Clark, drives down the right side. Layup, no good. Rebound taken down by Ronsick, and a quick foul. With 6 seconds left to go.
And nobody's going to go to the free throw line, so Iowa's got to be looking for a steal or an extremely quick foul right now.
Iowa down 1. 6 seconds left to go. It'll be Creighton basketball. Ronsick comes for the Blue Jays into the ball game. And a quick foul. Sonato against Ronsick. And here's the problem.
You just can't get fouls fast enough because these refs never call fouls.
Now 4.8 on the board. Hawks still down 1. I really think you got to get a steal here somehow. Rembow gets it in, and Clark has to foul Ronsick. That was a good play by the Blue Jays to throw the ball into a space
to get a couple
and have her go get it so you can get a couple more. And finally into the bonus, so 3.6 left to go.
And Iowa will get a timeout, and so no matter what, it's a 1-possession game. No matter what.
Down 1.
No matter what happens with the free throws right here, if they're made, if they're missed, Iowa will take a timeout immediately.
Emma Ronsick at the free throw line. First one is no good off the left side of the rim.
So now Iowa can be looking for a 3 or a 2. So that's what they're going to do after this timeout. So if it's a miss, Iowa will get the rebound, and Coach Blitter's telling them timeout right away.
And Creighton has pulled everybody off the block, and she gets the second one to go. So timeout, Hawkeyes with 3.6 left to go. Creighton 64, Iowa 62, 3.6 left to go. Lauren Jensen with a big 3-pointer as the shot clock was winding down. And that put the Blue Jays ahead, and then Clark had a good path to the basket, which has been a theme the entire day, just have not been able to finish inside the paint.
Right. So right here, that's what Iowa has, 3.6 seconds. That's enough time to get a drive and get the ball and drive into the basket, but not much more than that. So Iowa is looking for a shot. They get one shot.
And a three-pointer will win it.
A three-pointer will win it. Anything that goes in will tie or win it. You just need something to go in.
64-62, Creighton 3.6. Here we go. Martin looking, gets it inside to Sonato. She turns, goes up and can't finish. Second opportunity won't go for Warnock. And Creighton will win the game and head to the Sweet 16.
But man, talk about a fight right there.
Really good play for the Hawkeyes to get it inside. Sonato had a good look and just put it up softly. And then had it bounce off the front of the rim. So a heartbreaking defeat for the Hawkeyes in front of a sold-out crowd as Creighton wins it 64-62. Opportunities were there.
Yep.
And this one is certainly going to sting this basketball team
for a while. Yep. I mean, the opportunities were there. They had a chance to just shoot and score right there. And we're trying to talk right now.
And being mobbed here by the Creighton fans.
Yep.
Understandably so. Very, very excited.
Yep. Just kind of hard to concentrate.
But the players and the fans embracing right over our backs here.
Yes. So, yeah, Iowa definitely had chances right there. They did get that, 3 shots actually right there at the very end in 3.6 seconds. 3 shots, 3 tip-ins, or 2 tip-ins and 1 shot. Just couldn't get anything to fall in that last minute for them to gain back the lead.
Yeah, this will certainly hurt for a while. The Hawkeyes, you just knew, not shooting well throughout the entire game. It was a struggle offensively, but got the look that they wanted with 3.6 left to go. Got it inside. Sonato had plenty of time, caught it right at the top of the semicircle, and turned to her left, and it looked good. And it just fell off the front of the rim.
Yeah.
And then the Hawks did have a couple of potential putback opportunities, but at that time really had to tap at it, not be able to bring it down and then go back up.
Right. They had the chance. It's a frustrating game, right? They're going to look back at this game and there's going to be a million things that just didn't go right for the Hawkeyes. And I mean, can you even fathom them ever having a game where they were 36% from the field? I mean, that has to be a low for the year, I think. No matter on any loss, I can't imagine there was anything where they shot 35.7% from the field. So just weren't getting the shots to fall today. Trying to find those other players that could step it up for them and get some points for them. Just had a couple of people getting the contributing beyond. Monica Sonato with 27 on 12 of 20 from the field. Clark was just 4 of 19 from the field, which some of those were coming in at the end when she was trying to put some stuff up. But shooting from the three-point line was just 22%. So just really all of it.
It only made 5.
Yeah, it was not their game today. It was so many things that didn't go the way that they needed and or could have wanted them to go.
Well, stick around for our post-game show. A heck of a season for the Iowa Hawkeyes, but it comes to a crushing blow today as the Creighton Blue Jays will head to the Sweet 16 with a 64-62 victory over the Iowa Hawkeyes. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Are you looking to downsize from your family home to begin your retirement years? Our Oak Knoll East campus is for you. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director at Oak Knoll. Our new campus has many unique amenities for your active lifestyle, in addition to providing the same great services that Oak Knoll has offered our residents for over 50 years. We're now open and have a few two-bedroom apartments still available. Call me at 319-351-1720 or visit oakknoll.com to set up your personal tour. Go Hawks!
Today's broadcast of the NCAA tournament on the Hawkeye Radio Network is brought to you by U.S. Cellular, the official wireless provider of the Iowa Hawkeyes. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless with a nationwide network built from your town up.
What's better than bread? More bread. Put more bread in your wallet when you move your car loan to Community Choice and make no car payments for 3 months. Just 60 seconds to get started. Go to unbankyyourbread.com. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis.
From Learfield, this is the NCAA tournament.
Welcome back courtside, Carver Hawkeye Arena, as the Hawkeyes lose to Creighton in the second round of the NCAA women's basketball tournament, 64-62, and it did outscore Creighton 14-13 in the fourth quarter. And Jamie, you felt pretty good there when Iowa had a 4-point advantage and you just needed one more basket.
Right.
Maybe two. And you felt like this was
they have their largest lead of the game, a 4-point lead with 1:30 to go in the game. And so, yeah, you felt like it's going to go Iowa's way finally. And then, yeah, definitely didn't go their way. And a lot of that was Jensen. Jensen was the one who was scoring for them. She got the layup. She got the three-pointer for them. She's the one who willed them back into the game to end up winning because she got them up above Iowa. Guys. Okay. Sorry.
Well, let's try to take a look at the final statistics. The Creighton fans continue to celebrate, and rightfully so, but it's been a little bit maddening here.
A little bit maddening. There's just a lot of stuff happening around us, so we're trying to concentrate here.
So let's run through the individual numbers.
Stats. So for Iowa, 2 players ended in double figures today. Monica Sonano with 27, and that's on 12 of 20 shooting, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Caitlin Clark with 15, 4 of 19 from the field, 3 of 10 from the three-point line, and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. 6 points coming from McKenna Warnock and 6 points coming from Gabby Marshall with 2 of those two huge threes. 4 points from Martin, 2 points from Taiwo, and 2 points from Feuerbach. For the rebounds for the Hawkeyes, as a team out-rebounded by quite a few, 52 rebounds. It was what Creighton had. Iowa just had 37. But leading the way for them was Clark with 8 rebounds, 7 rebounds coming from Warnock, and 6 coming from Sonano. Iowa shared the ball well with 18 assists. 11 assists coming from Clark, and then 4 assists also coming from Warnock. For Creighton, though, they had 3 players in double figures. Jensen, 19, Ronsick with 13, and Brodsky with 13. Rebounds, they were led by Ronsick with 10 rebounds, and then 5 assists coming from Rembau to lead Creighton with assists. Looking at steals for the game, Iowa finished the game with 9 steals, 2 coming from Warnock, 2 from Martin, and 2 from Taiwo. 5 blocks, 2 of those coming from Clark. And Iowa finished with only fouling 10 times. Creighton only being called for 12 fouls. So it was a game where nobody was going to call any fouls.
No, and the Hawkeyes, with several opportunities underneath, really all 4 quarters to put points on the board, and just couldn't get it done. And that was a major theme. And Creighton, who started really hot in the first quarter and then really went pretty cold until the end there. If it wasn't for Lauren Jensen, really nobody else could score.
Right.
You'd think Iowa missed some shots they normally would make. You'd have to say the same thing about Creighton. There was 2 or 3 wide open layups that they didn't get to go.
Fourth quarter, I mean, Jensen had 9 of their 13 points. I mean, she was it for them for the fourth quarter. And Iowa just had 1 player who had 6, and then everyone else had 2, was contributing just a basket here or there. Neither team was shooting well. Iowa only shot 25% from the fourth quarter, and Creighton shot 33%. So neither team was shooting well down that stretch.
Well, these are tough games to play.
They sure are.
High emotional games. You could tell that I thought both teams are tight at the offensive end, though the one player, you got to give credit to Lauren Jensen. She wanted the ball the last 3 or 4 minutes and was willing to just take it, make one-on-one moves, and either shoot a 3 or that pull-up 15, 16-foot jump shot, and was the difference down the stretch.
Right. Well, and she just wanted it, but she really did. You're exactly right when you're saying she wanted the ball, and that's exactly what she wanted. She wanted to be the one to shoot that 3-pointer. She was the one who wanted to drive, and that was the difference. You didn't see that coming from Iowa as much, that wanting to do it. We saw it, like we said a couple of times, just more tentative during that fourth quarter.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. For every made 3 for the Hawkeyes, Wellmark contributes to area health projects. Through the program, the Hawks have raised more than $170,000 courtesy of Wellmark. Now, the team needs your help selecting this season's winning community. Nominate your hometown at wellmark3pointplay.com or text Iowa, IOWA, to 97063. We'll have more from Carver Hawkeye Arena on our final post-game show of the year as Creighton defeats the Iowa Hawkeyes, and we'll move on to Greensboro for the Sweet 16 by the final score of 64-62. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
During the month of March, everyone seems to be Irish. Unfortunately, no one's luck is immune to the consequences of drunk driving. For too many Americans, St. Patrick's Day has ended in tragedy due to drunk drivers getting behind the wheel. You can't rely on a 4-leaf clover to keep you safe. You have to make your own luck. Designate a sober driver. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Safety, the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, and your local law enforcement.
At Mid-American Energy, being obsessively, relentlessly at your service means delivering reliable, affordable energy to you. And it also means marking underground utility lines before you break ground to keep you safe. Trimming trees to keep them away from electric lines so power is there when you need it. And it means working safely and quickly to power your home and business, no matter what the weather. Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. That's Mid-American Energy.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beer, beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
Are you looking to downsize from your family home to begin your retirement years? Our Oak Knoll East campus is for you. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director at Oak Knoll. Our new campus has many unique amenities for your active lifestyle, in addition to providing the same great services that Oak Knoll has offered our residents for over 50 years. We're now open and have a few 2-bedroom apartments still available. Call me at 319-351-1720 or visit oakknoll.com to set up your personal tour. Go Hawks!
Hawks lose to the Creighton Blue Jays by the final score of 64-62. And the Blue Jays, with their victory here in the second round of the NCAA tournament, will move on to the Sweet 16 and face the winner of Iowa State and Georgia, which is played a little bit later on tonight. Let's take a look at the U.S. Bank scoreboard update. Maryland and Florida Gulf Coast just getting underway at Maryland. Same with Miami and South Carolina. And then a little bit later on, it's Utah and Texas, South Dakota, Baylor, Gonzaga, Louisville, number 1 seed, Baylor, number 2 seed. The aforementioned Iowa State, Georgia contest, and Kansas and Stanford later on tonight as well. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball. On the men's side, second round action. It is Villanova 12, Ohio State 7, with 13:47 left to go in the first. Duke and Michigan later on today, as is Iowa State and Wisconsin. Notre Dame, Texas Tech, Miami, Florida, and Auburn. And Texas and Purdue tonight, along with TCU and Arizona. And Houston has defeated Illinois in the only final so far on the men's side. Houston, the 5 seed, 68. Illinois, 53. In the NIT, closing seconds, Xavier looks like they will defeat Florida 70-54. And Dayton and Vanderbilt just underway. Dayton 6, Vanderbilt 5, and the same for Washington State and SMU. We'll take a break after Creighton defeats the Hawkeyes by the final score of 64-62 to advance to the Sweet 16 for the first time. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
During the month of March, everyone seems to be Irish. Unfortunately, no one's luck is immune to the consequences of drunk driving. For too many Americans, St. Patrick's Day has ended in tragedy due to drunk drivers getting behind the wheel. You can't rely on a 4-leaf clover to keep you safe. You have to make your own luck. Designate a sober driver. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Safety, the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, and your local law enforcement.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beer, beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
The next time you visit Eastern Iowa, check out the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, Bachmeyer Carpet One, Floor and Home, Klosterman Construction, and the Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, named Iowa Tourism's 2021 Hotel of the Year and awarded the AAA 4-Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatkirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena after the Creighton Blue Jays, the number 10 seed in the region, defeated the 2-seeded Iowa Hawkeyes as Creighton went on a 6-0 run, the final minute 25 to regain the lead after Iowa had a 4-point lead, and the Hawks missed their last 5 field goals and also 1 out of 8 to close out the game. So the Hawks, winners of 8 in a row, coming into today's game, just could not quite get over the hump and just saddled with poor shooting throughout the day. 25 of 70 for 35.7%, 5 of 22, 22.7%. 7 out of 8 from the free throw line, 87.5%. Monica Sonato led the way with 27 points. Caitlin Clark did get into double figures and almost had a triple-double. She ended with 15 points, 11 assists, and 8 rebounds, but just 4 of 19 from the floor. For the Creighton Blue Jays, 24 of 67 from the floor, 35.8%. 10 of 34 from 3. Really started hot from three-point range, cooled down after that. 29.4%, 6 out of 10 from the free throw line. Well, there were some terrific highlights today, just not enough of them for the Iowa Hawkeyes. And let's listen in on some of tonight's top plays. We are tied at 2, and now another layup for Emma Ronsick, who got free underneath and laid it up and in. And the counter with McKenna Warnock getting the ball to Monica Sonato, beat everybody down the floor, and Sonato has 4. We're tied at 4. Here's Clark. Fadeaway three-pointer. Count it. Left to the top of the key. Clark with 11. Iowa down 8, 38-30. Clark sends a cross-court pass to Feuerbach, drives the baseline, shot up good. Nice move by Kylie Feuerbach. Weak side rebound, Lauren Jensen, then taken away by Tomi Taiwo. Drives in, and her shot is up and good. Lost control of the ball twice, but gathered it and scores her first basket. Here's Molly, three-pointer left wing, no. Rebound to Caitlin Clark in transition. Fires right side, Gabby Marshall for 3. Count it! First basket of the game.
There it is, Gabby.
Brodsky comes back in for Creighton. Ball possession for the Hawks along the baseline. Lob pass, Sonato. Now to Gabby Marshall. She'll fire a 3 left wing.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
And the Hawks take a 2-point lead. Martin looking, gets it inside to Sonato. She turns, goes up and can't finish. Second opportunity won't go for Warnock. And Creighton will win the game and head to the Sweet 16. So the Creighton Blue Jays win it 64-62. The score by quarters, Creighton led after one, 23-17. Both teams scored 15 in the second. Iowa did outscore Creighton in that third quarter, but just by 3 at 16-13. And then by 1 in the fourth quarter, 14-13. So Iowa did not score 20 points or more in any of the quarters. It was 17, 15, 16, and 14. Jamie is in the Iowa locker room, and we will hear from her when we come back after the Hawks lose by 2, 64-62. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
You don't have to go to the game to get a game program. You can download it now by visiting the game day page on HawkeyeSports.com. That's right, the game program is now digital and it's free. So check it out. Get the roster, the stats, and fascinating stories about today's matchup. Just go to HawkeyeSports.com and click on Game Day.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to BudLight.com/delivery. That's BudLight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer. IRC Beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
There's a sense of pride that comes from the life of a farmer. How many people can say they have a famous tan named after them, or be known for their wave when they drive past neighbors and strangers alike on a 2-lane road? Whether it's a farmer's tan or the farmer's wave, we are proud to be known for a lot of things. We feel that pride every night at the dinner table, knowing we feed our family and yours. Iowa Corn is proud to be on the sidelines cheering on the Iowa Hawkeyes. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa.
Mickey Dolenz of the Monkees.
Oh, then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer.
Is bringing his concert series. Mickey Dolenz celebrates the Monkees to Riverside Casino on April 15th.
Another
celebrating over 50 years of music with hits like I'm a Believer.
I'm a believer, I couldn't leave her if I tried.
To Last Train to Clarksville.
Take the last train.
Tickets are on sale now at riversidecasinoandresort.com.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor and a PTO Quick Connect that hooks up rear implements with a single click. John runs with us because to him, there's nothing more important than connecting with the land. Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear John's story at Deere.com.
Stop by your local John Deere dealer for a test drive today or learn more at Deere.com. Your Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Hawkeye basketball. Today's broadcast of the NCAA tournament on the Hawkeye Radio Network is brought to you by U.S. Cellular, the official wireless provider of the Iowa Hawkeyes. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless with a nationwide network built from your town up.
Well, an outstanding season comes to an end for the Iowa Hawkeyes at 24-8. The 8-game winning streak is over, but boy, a regular season, a Big Ten championship, a conference tournament championship, and certainly wish we were on to Greensboro, but that's not the case as Iowa loses to Creighton 64-62. Let's head to the locker room. Jamie has Coach Bluter.
Thanks, Rob. Here with Coach Bluter. I know it's not the outcome you wanted. I'm just going to let you kind of take me through this game against Creighton.
Yeah, I mean, let's first of all congratulate Creighton. They played really well, especially that first quarter. They came out firing and did a great job, hit lots of threes, got tons of O boards. I mean, we got out rebounded by 15. You know, that's hard to give up that many second chance points. They got 19 second chance points to our 8. But our crowd was amazing, and I just apologize to our crowd because this was a tough matchup for us. You know, when you have to play against 5 guards, it's a tough matchup for us. And I know my women gave it their all, and I know my fans, our fans, we gave it our all. And so thank you so much. Disappointed in the officiating, quite honestly. It was called a little bit differently than we've seen during the year. But that happens in the NCAA tournament, and you have to adjust to it, and we didn't really adjust. Lauren Jensen, ironically, I mean, that's got to be a great story for her. She was here last year. You know, she went to Creighton, and she comes out and really kind of wins this game for them on our home court. So congratulations to Lauren and her teammates.
So your team today did have some chances. They took the lead with 4 minutes to go, with a minute and a half to go in the game with a 4-point lead. So you battled back. Your team did battle there, but the shots just weren't falling like they normally were. You ended with probably one of your lowest percentage field goals or field goal shooting percentage games of the year. Just how do you continue to keep your team going and remembering some of the really great things you have done?
Yeah, I mean, we were uncharacteristically cold. I mean, we missed a lot of really good looks that we usually hit. You know, and our defense was good after the first quarter. We held them to 15, 13, 13. So our defense was good after the first quarter. That first quarter, though, obviously, you know, they had a 6-point start, and that was kind of the game, right? But you know, we don't go to the free throw line. We only go 8 times. For us, that's really low for as much as we drive and get to the rim. Again, just didn't get the free throw calls that we usually get. And, you know, Creighton, again, give them credit for playing really good defensively.
And to end on a positive, as you already started talking, you had a sellout crowd today. And I know these fans are listening. You already talked to them one time, but I wanted to give you one more chance to just talk to them about what this means.
Yeah, I mean, this is special. I'm sure we've broken our own NCAA record for first and second rounds with attendance, you know, over 28,000 people over the 2 days. And you guys deserve to have this win. And I apologize for that. We're going to have lots of good basketball ahead of us, though. And get your season tickets as soon as you can.
All right. Thanks, Coach, and thanks for a great season.
Jamie, great job in the Iowa locker room, as you could tell. Coach Bluter, classy as always, but certainly dejected that the Hawks couldn't pull this off today in front of 14,382, and that's a sellout for an NCAA tournament venue. We'll be back and wrap things up courtside at Carver Hawkeye Arena as Iowa loses to the Creighton Blue Jays 64-62. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Anything can happen when the Cyclones and Hawkeyes come to compete. It's where the rubber meets the road. Neighbors become rivals and friends become foes. Some go home broken-hearted, while others are victorious. When the dust finally settles, one thing stands true. No matter which side you're on, you're part of tradition for those who are Iowan through and through. We're Iowa Corn, a proud sponsor of the Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk Series. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa.
The next time you visit Eastern Iowa, check out the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Bachmeyer Carpet One Floor and Home, Klosterman Construction, Almost Famous Popcorn, and Jill Armstrong Realty, the area's premier realtor. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. If you're in the market to buy or sell a home, contact the Jill Armstrong team for all your real estate needs. Call 319-631-5455.
MidAmerican Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
Creighton on to the Sweet 16, 64-62. Hawkeyes season comes to a close, 24-7. And Jamie, as always, the tough thing about any round of the NCAA tournament is that it ends the season. And we've had so much fun, and it always happens abruptly. We've done this a long time, but you prepare for it. But it's always kind of sad when it ends, and that's what's happened today. But boy, we'll certainly remember games like the Michigan game, the last regular season game here. Iowa scored over 100 points and got part of that regular season Big Ten title, and then of course the run in Indianapolis, and then the great start to this tournament. And you go back, and that Wisconsin game up in Madison on the 3rd of February, Iowa won that game, but put 7 players out on the court, and then went to Michigan, got down by over 20 points, and Caitlin Clark had just that phenomenal fourth quarter, and Iowa pulled to within 5, ended up losing by 8, and then only had one more loss until today after that, and that was home to Maryland, and then had the back-to-back wins against Indiana, and then the championship game win against the Hoosiers. So a lot of great memories, and looks like all 5 starters will be back next year.
I mean, that's a pretty, it is a sad way. Anytime a game ends or you have your season end, I mean, it is hard. And I can still remember just crying. You can still remember it because it's this moment, right? And I can remember almost every season ending. I can remember when I was a freshman in our last game of the season, because it's this thing you worked for so long. They worked for 5 months for this, and then boom, you lost. And that's how it ends. And that's how it's going to end for everybody but one person, one team. Well, 2 if you count the WNIT. But that's how it's going to end for almost everyone, is that it ends on a loss. And it's not easy. And what you said about Coach Bluder, though, like, she can see things so much broader, right? She knows that this is bad, but she's also like, we had a sellout crowd. You know, we had some opportunities to win, and that's probably going to be the most frustrating thing for her, is that she's like, wow, we had the chances and things weren't happening, but what does that mean? And the bigger thing is that all 5 starters are returning. You have 2 players who are out this year that are going to be returning as well, and they were expected to contribute this year. So it's just going to be a different year, but a lot of the same things that you really loved and enjoyed about Iowa basketball will be returning. And I'm a positive person. This is just how my brain starts working, is I'm like, okay, now I'm getting down, but I'm going to start getting up again.
Oh, yeah.
And it's okay if you want to be down in your cars today or down at your house and be bummed by this, because it stinks. And I do think deserved to win. And, you know, had other things went certain ways, they would have been the ones going to the Sweet 16, and they didn't.
But as they say, that's athletics. You get the highs, and then you also have to deal with the lows, and that's certainly the case for the Hawks today. Well, Jamie, enjoyed it all season long, and this is our 6th year together, and another postseason run.
I know it. Last, so.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what that stat is.
No, we're still here.
We're still here.
And it's been fun, and certainly appreciate everybody listening in on the Hawkeye Radio Network, whether the YouTube channel, the Varsity app. Doesn't go unnoticed, and hope that we've brought you a lot to cheer about this year, and a tough way to end it. But we'll be back next year with more Hawkeye basketball, and I can tell Jamie's already thinking about next year, and it'll be here before you know it.
I told you, I'm a positive person. The instant something that is done, I'm like, but what else can we look forward to? But it's okay to be bummed, because you always want to also be a winner too, and it wasn't the way it worked this year.
In front of 14,382, another sellout. That's 3 in a row inside Carver Hawkeye Arena. The Hawks lose to Creighton by the final score of 64-62, despite 27 from Monica Sonato. Well, thanks to Jamie Cavey-Lang for all of her outstanding work throughout the year. We've enjoyed bringing you Iowa Hawkeye basketball. It closes its season 24-8, and we certainly look forward to next year. The final score, once again, in the second round of the NCAA tournament, Creighton 64, Iowa 62. So long from Carver Hawkeye Arena. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hawkeye women's basketball has been brought to you by Bud Light. It's for the fans. Hy-Vee, the official grocer partner of Iowa Hawkeyes basketball. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. The Iowa Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, who reminds you to click it or ticket, day or night. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. U.S. Bank, life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank, member FDIC. Iowa Lottery, put a little play in your day with the Iowa Lottery. And by Authentic Brand. Look authentic, feel authentic, be authentic. Get your game day gear online at authentic-brand.com. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.